What is good, YouTube? What is good, Facebook? What's good, everyone who's tuning into the show right now? Last Word Productions, back again another Thursday. As you all know, I'm your host, Tavares Wilson, and I always get the last word. So, we here today, same gents, man. We got my boy Mike in the building. How you feeling, bro?
I'm good, brother, man. How you doing, my boy?
Good, can't complain, can't complain. And we got a fellow Cowboy fan in here right now, my boy Stiggs. It's a lot going on in Dallas, Jerry Land right now. How you feeling, bro?
Surprisingly pretty well, bro. I think I'm gonna shock a lot of people with what I got to say today, but I'm feeling good, bro. Can't complain.
All right, for sure. So before we get into the neck of things, man, hey, if you're not doing so already, be sure to hit like, subscribe on the YouTube channel. We are live right now on the page. Hit the bell notification to be notified whenever we go live. So let's not beat around the bush at all. Stiz, let me hear what you got to say about the MICAH Parsons deal, man. Before I let you go, let me just explain all the details and what came with the deal. So for those who do not know, within the last 2 hours, MICAH Parsons was actually moved to the Green Bay Packers and he also received a 4-year deal worth $188 million, which makes him the highest non-paid quarterback in NFL history. And in return, the Cowboys received 2 first-round picks, and they received defensive tackle Kenny Clark. So, with all that being said, Stiz, you go ahead, my boy. What you got to say about the move?
First and foremost, congratulations, MICAH Parsons. 188, 136 guaranteed, bro. You winning. You got probably more than what he was asking for, to be honest. But he damn sure deserves it. I hope that Green Bay utilizes him like he wanted to be utilized, and he should have been utilized in the first place. As far as the Cowboys, congratulations to us too. Yeah, we weren't going to be able to replace MICAH Parsons with anybody in the league. Hell of a player. He did nothing wrong in my eyes, with the Dallas organization. But to be completely honest, we weren't going to make the Super Bowl with him, right? We've been a historic defense, a season for sure, but maybe 2 seasons. That second one was debatable, you know what I'm saying, as far as how many turnovers we got. And it ended the same way both times. So, again, it's nothing that he did wrong, but having him on the roster, it helped us get to the playoffs, but it didn't help us do anything after that. So I'm glad we got rid of him. I had been saying in the offseason that him, CD, well, this was last year actually, that him, CD, and a couple other players, DeMarcus Lawrence, all of them, I would have easily watched walk for the same reason, right? Go get the picks and try to rebuild, try to do something different, because what you put together was phenomenal as far as a talent standpoint. But how many Cowboys rosters have we seen since 2000 be arguably, if not the best or most talented roster in the league, and they are one playoff game exit? So I'm happy for both the Dallas Cowboys. I'm happy for MICAH Parsons. And, of course, I think this is just one more thing to edge us closer to a new regime, right? We all know as long as Jerry is able to walk and talk, you know what I'm saying, he's going to be the face and the head of the Dallas Cowboys. But I think this is just one step closer to, all right, well, we going new head coach, more draft picks. So we should have now. Was those draft picks first? There was 2 first rounders, but was they this year and then next year?
I didn't look at the
Okay.
the years
I'm
of
pretty
them.
sure it's this year and next year. They
I
don't have
think
two
it's
first
this.
and
I
next year.
believe it's this year, next year though. I can.
Yeah, they don't have
Let me
2
pull
picks
it
in the
up real
upcoming
quick.
draft. So it's
Okay.
this year. It's
Well,
2026 and 2027.
Okay, so as you looked it up, the reason why I asked is because even if they're late round picks, which they probably will be, because Green Bay should be competing at least, in first round of the playoffs for the next 2 or 3 years anyway. I'm looking at it like you got 2 first round picks the next 2 years. You have no excuses as far as a rebuild goes, right? You have no excuses as far as 3, 4, 5 years from now why you're not competing. And then with the way that the NFC East is looking right now, Philly not going nowhere anytime soon. We'll see if the Commanders can run it back, right? But they have been able to put together a well devised squad with what we thought was going to be a good head coach, right? Then turned into something else for them to get them to the NFC Championship. So, I think this is the only way we compete moving forward.
Right. So just get clarification for you. So it is Mike was right. It's next year's pick, and then it's the year after. So
Okay.
it's
Okay.
the 2026 and the 2027. So that's the 2 first rounders they got, and they got Of course, they got 3-time Pro Bowler Kenny Clark in the deal as well. But before I go, Mike, what you got to say, bro? What you think about the move?
So after letting Steers talk first, I kind of do like the idea of having 4 first-round picks over the next 2 years. You look at the players that are juniors or sophomores this year, and you look at the players that will be juniors and seniors next year and the year after, should I say, in that draft. It's a lot of talent in college football over these next 2 seasons that'll change a lot of franchises, like going forward for decades to come. So if you hit, I mean, typically, to be fair to Dallas, we know we all, we joke about and make fun of them. If they don't do shit else, they hit on draft picks. Like, rarely do they draft the players like they just completely missed. You know what I'm saying? So, realistically speaking, that's 4 bodies. That could be 4 potential future All Pros, 4 potential future Pro Bowlers. Because since whenever year that is, they always bring up that stat they've had the most. So, I mean, it's good. I do think that the only pushback I give is like, you took on old ass Kenny Clark after you just paid a Diggy Zua at D tackle. Kenny Clark can't stay healthy. He can't. At this point, I don't even know if the nigga can still move for real. We ain't heard Kenny Clark name mentioned amongst top or even effective D tackles in like 3 seasons. Realistically speaking, like 3 legit seasons, maybe more. And I know that part of that is due to injury, but part of that was also due to the fact that even when he wasn't hurt, really wasn't doing shit. And so I think that part makes it kind of dumb. I do respect the draft pick part, but it should have never got to this point. Jerry should have just paid the fucking man. Like all this back and forth about what he called me first and he didn't want to talk to me, or he told me to talk to his agent, or we had a deal. Like, bro, you gotta grow. Like, you 84 years old, but you gotta grow the fuck up. Like, at some point, you gotta grow the fuck up. Like, it sounds stupid as hell. That's like being a parent and you tell the other, you co-parenting, but you tell the other parent, oh well, he's my son. He said you said, and the boy 5, 6 years old. You gonna talk to the fucking kid? You gonna talk to the fucking adult in the room? Like, cut the shit, right? So in that aspect, Jerry full of shit. It's been a bunch of people saying all kind of shit from they hope Jerry dies soon so shit can change and all kind of crazy shit. I ain't going that far because I ain't wishing death on nobody. That's just OD and niggas being emotional. But like Stiz said, until a new regime fully takes over, or until Jerry actually hires a real GM to do their job, they gonna keep dealing with the same goofy ass shit, unfortunately. And so I think you should have paid him, but if you're not gonna pay him, you do gotta at least get something for him. Like, 2 first-round picks is cool. I'd have tried to bleed their ass for more because Green Bay seemed to be the one team that was desperate and willing to pay whatever the fuck to get him. So I'd have bled their ass for more, but I mean, you can't complain with what you got, I guess. So it's cool.
All right, but what's up, Will? How you feeling, bro?
I'm good, bro.
So, what you think about the Micah Parsons move?
Yeah, it's looking like Cowboys. Oh boy. Oh boy. What we thinking now record wise, man? I don't know, man. They might get like 7 wins, bro. They ain't got no defense. Bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro. We can say what
It's
we
started
want,
on that start up.
but Micah Parsons was easily the best player on the team. To me, in my opinion. Like we
I
can say
don't. That's a fact. I don't think that's an opinion.
some people like to hype up Dak, like because he's the quarterback. Nah, like I don't agree. CD is good though. Like I think CD is up there, but I think Micah Parsons, there's
That,
just
I'm
a
about to say
different
that
level,
he's the best
of
offensive player on
play and importance when it comes to edge rusher versus receiver. Bruh, they're not about to have no pass rush, no consistent pass rush. We haven't seen it from anybody else other than him. So. Boy, I think that the Packers, I'm not gonna say they fleeced them because 2 first-round picks is still good, but I don't know. I didn't need it more, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like for Micah Parsons, you know what I mean? Granted, he's not. I'm not saying he's TJ or he's Miles Garrett, but if you trade for them, even at Aiden Hutchinson or Matt Crosby, like if you trade for any of those guys, like you're dropping the bag for those guys. You know what I mean? Shit, even a Nick Bosa, like he's in the realm of most of those guys. So like, I don't know. I think 2 first and Kenny Clark, no, hell no, hell no, hell no, hell no. And that's not even to disrespect Kenny Clark, right? Because cool, good player, good D tackle, had a down year last year, whatever the case may be, but he's still a good player. But that's not to me. That's not enough. Like I feel like the Packers won clear. They got a a star edge rusher. They got one of the premier guys at the position. He's what, 26, 27?
Yeah, 26.
He's 26, yeah.
Right, like, bro, are we serious right here? And you traded Kenny Clark for him? You gave Michael Parsons up for Kenny Clark and 2 firsts, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, to me, that's egregious. To me, in my opinion, like, I feel like the Packers won clear.
Yeah, man. Let me say this. If you're looking at it from the perspective of Stiggs, well, how he's looking at it from the point of, hey, maybe this is gonna force the hand to make the regime be completely purged, basically, and now we can start anew. That's cool. But if you're looking at it just for next year in terms of the moves they made, because they made moves to show that they want to compete next year. They went out and got George Pickens. They went out and extended some key players on their team. And they made moves, to me, in my personal opinion, like what I just alluded to with George Pickens, to show that they want to get back to being an offensive unit almost. Because they would have got Javonte Williams as well. I mean, Javonte Williams, he's battling injuries, but when he's on the field, he's a solid running back. I ain't saying the man in the top 10 running back, but he's okay. He's solid. So,
but he'll never be on the field though. Like,
yeah,
he's always injured.
Yeah, that's fair enough. But at the end of the day, they went out and made moves to try to get better.
They do got the GOAT, though. The GOAT, the greatest of all time, the boy Miles Sanders, you know what I'm saying? The 4-1-2 legend, bro. Come on, bro. We get just show a little bit of respect, man. You gonna name Javonte Williams and not the GOAT, man. Come on, bro. What are you talking about?
So how ass is he? And if he lost to Javonte Williams,
whatever you say, man.
Bro, Mike, I'm gonna kick you right off this. Pod.
That's
bro.
fine. It ain't gonna change what I said.
Watch your mouth when you talk about the GOAT. All right.
If he looked like a fucking GOAT, he don't play like one.
You don't know GOAT play.
Hey,
you ain't never
listen,
seen a GOAT.
let me just say this, man. Let me say this. This was an absolutely terrible move by the Dallas Cowboys, and for one reason only.
So that's it.
The Cowboys were set up to next year, in my opinion, to at the very least compete or be in the realm of competitors in the NFC. I don't think they would have been better than the Eagles. I don't think they would have been better than the Lions. But could they have been as good as maybe the Commanders or maybe someone like, I don't know, the Vikings?
Maybe. Bro, they'd have been better than the Commanders, bro. Come on, bro.
I mean, hey, if you believe that, you believe that. But at the end of the day, they would have been on that same tier of teams. You go into next year without your star rusher in this league, like you were just saying, well, that means everything. And now you lose arguably the best pure pass rusher in the league right now in terms of just what he could do off the edge. Hey, we're talking about a guy that was on, at this point in his career, had the 6th most sacks of all time. A dude who's on a Hall of Fame trajectory right now. And they let him go for, listen, the 2 first rounders sound good, but they're not equating to what the fuck Michael Parsons gave you the last 4 years. It's just not.
Saying, bro.
So it's like,
it's hard to hit on a player like that.
It's not that I feel as if they can't get value back in those picks, because they can. But it's the fact that if you're looking at it from the perspective of, oh, well, we can rebuild now or possibly go into the right direction of rebuilding now, under who? The same nigga who just traded your best player? It's going to be the same result. The thing is, it's not going to change because of what everyone just said on the panel, because of Jerry Jones and this God complex he seems to have at this point. And it's not going to change even if he goes get more damn picks. It's going to be the same thing.
You kind of stepped on your own argument, though, right? So if we're saying that Dallas lost on this trade because now they're not in competition where they pretty much weren't really in competition for a Super Bowl anyway, but now they're not in playoff competition, or now they're not in competition to call themselves one of the better teams in the NFC. What does it matter if Jerry Jones is at the helm anyway? So whether we do or don't have Michael, we're still in the same position.
The thing is, though, Stiz, here's the thing. The thing is, at the end of the day, you lost one of the best defensive players in the league, and he has at least 7 more years of high play in him. So
what does that change for Dallas?
It makes them a much worse team. That's what changes.
Okay, so were they a Super Bowl contender before?
Were they a Super Bowl contender before? No, but now they're not a playoff team. That's the problem.
Okay, so what I'm saying is you'd rather compete for the playoffs knowing you're gonna lose than say, you know what, fuck it, we just gonna scrap it and start over. Wish for the best 2 or 3 years from now.
Who's to say they couldn't have won a playoff game?
Me, the last 30 years, we're not doing that. So
Okay.
we've had better teams than what we do now, right? We've had less competition with better teams than what's in the NFL right now, and they still didn't get it done. So why am I to believe, especially as somebody who probably hasn't missed a game in the last 25 years, why am I to believe all of a sudden that, oh, we should never get rid of Micah Parsons, especially for what we got rid of him for? The one thing that wasn't mentioned for y'all saying that, oh, Dallas kind of took a hit here, was what he was going to do to the cap, right? So if we were going to give him, let's say 41, 42 million, what I think the highest pay was like 41. So let's say we gave him that 41 and 42 million. What does that do for what we're saying? Oh, they went and got George Pickens. We're not paying him next year. We're watching him walk.
Right.
Y'all named 2 running backs. They gonna have to eventually get paid, right? The offensive line is degrading every single year. Yeah, they've went and gotten 2 draft picks, right? But we are not what Travis Frederick and Smith and Zach Martin. We're not that offensive line that 2 quarterbacks thrive behind. So yeah, at this point, bro, it is time to start over. And being able to say that you have a Micah Parsons on roster is just that. You get to brag and say you have one of the better defensive players in the league, but then what? You're not in the playoffs. Same situation Tyreek Hill is in, right? Which he's complaining about. They lost the quarterback. He couldn't do anything about that. I have y'all in the playoffs if Tua is healthy most of the games, if not all the games, every single season. But look at his complaint. Oh yeah, I'm putting up these stats, but I'm not competing for Super Bowls. I'm not competing in the playoffs. So we literally just gonna keep him to say that we have him.
Well, I think it's a lot different in comparison because number one, Micah Parsons is still hitting that main prime in his career. Tyreek Hill is edging out of the league. But also, you're talking about all these people. George Pickens not coming back next year. The offensive line is getting worse, right? So you keep your best player on defense, and you get a couple. All you gotta do is hit on a couple strong picks.
And then what?
And you can go right back into contention. You can rebuild your offensive line. You can get another receiver. Like you don't gotta dish off your best player.
So I guess another question would be, the opportunity moving ahead is bigger than what we had, right? So I'm not saying that they're going to find the next Micah Parsons or find something better than Micah Parsons, right? What I'm saying is the opportunity moving forward, knowing what you have to do, is bigger than just keeping Micah on roster and having one of the highest paid receivers, the highest paid quarterback, and then the highest paid the highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history. I don't see how they progress with that setup.
So how are they going to progress now? Because Dak is 30. How old is Dak? 32.
I was going to say
31 or 32.
Okay.
All right. So Dak's about to be on what, he got 5 years left, maybe.
I don't know. They didn't restructure the deal. Like he's restructured his
Right,
deal.
but he's also been dealing with injuries the past couple of years, right?
That's a fact. So again, when we're in the similar situation with that coming up, I'm not saying you have to get rid of everybody at once, but I know for a fact what they've done is go in, draft phenomenally, have great records, the number 1 offense, and Dak making all-pro teams and second in MVP voting. We've got 2 players in the last 5 years that have broke NFL records on the defensive side of the ball with interceptions. And what do we have to show for it? Micah Parsons, just what y'all said, like kudos to him. Again, I don't blame him for anything. But just what y'all said, he's breaking records and on pace to have, NFL career for limits for sacks and all this other stuff. We've had all of this out on the roster all at once and have absolutely nothing to show for it.
Okay, so you think no matter what they do, they're never going to win a Super Bowl then? Because at the end of the day, the only reason that y'all haven't been successful, you're a Cowboys fan, I assume?
Yeah. Okay,
the only reason y'all haven't been successful is because of Jerry Jones. So until he retires, my man, I like you repping your team. So until Jerry leaves, you're literally never going to be successful. So you might as well just trade everybody now and do a complete rebuild.
So I wholeheartedly agree with 98% of that, right? The only difference is that you do have to take a different approach. Even if Jerry's going to be there, I'm certain as long as he's there, we're probably not going to get another Super Bowl. And I think that's not just because of the way that he acts as far as the talent on the field and wanting to take over where the head coach is supposed to be in front of the media, stuff like that. I don't want to say that the league is against Dallas, right? Because we've won games and we've done this blowout thing and we're a big name. All I'm saying is I do believe that because of the type of person he is and the mentality that he has, there are a lot of other billionaires in his group that don't want to see him succeed, right? So best case scenario, he does step out of the way. He does everything he's supposed to off camera, and he's not bringing the drama, the opera that is, the soap opera that he has brought to the Dallas Cowboys. Okay, cool. He's not going to shut the fuck up behind the scenes, right? He's still going to be him. So I'm not wishing death on him, but Mike just said it. Until he croaks, bro, I don't have high hopes for it, right? So if that's the case, if he's going to be here, I do want to see something done different. Right? I want to see a Philadelphia Eagles approach. We're gonna go get everything we need out of the draft, and we'll try it that way.
Honestly, if he just would hire an actual GM, bro.
A GM, yeah. If he would hire an actual GM and hire a good coach, if he would hire a good coach, a good head coach,
everything right now the way it is to stay the same, Kai, can stay the same. If he just hires a GM, like somebody like a Louis Riddick or somebody like that knows what they're doing, that actually pays attention to players, understands players, a former player themselves who can understand negotiations, proper contract management, cap management, relationship playing a role. Like Micah literally said, I was going to sign early. He wanted to sign early. Jerry dragged it. So, yeah, to your point, y'all will have all these highest paid players at their position, but that's something that could have been avoided all three of those other times. So, at this point, for real, I would try to trade everybody.
I'll lean more
because, like I said, the next two drafts for sure are loaded at every position for sure.
So if
you're gonna do it, just do it. Don't get rid of the youngest one. You got the best one, and then keep the other niggas. Like you could have got rid of Dak, you could have got rid of CD, you could have did this already.
All right, so look, this is the only pushback I have to that, man, because I think, listen, can you have a roster that contends or consists of the highest paid player at every important position? Maybe not. That's a little unrealistic because the cap situation is a real thing, but we also see people manipulate the cap yearly, like the Saints have done it for the last 6 years now, it seems. And on the top of that, it's like at the end of the day, bro, you don't get worse. You don't get better by losing defensive players in this league, especially those who are key positions and who are pivotal positions. Because, listen, at the end of the day, Micah Parsons asked for a lot of money. He may gotten more than, like how Stig said, that he asked for because the market is the market. It is what it is. But what the problem I have is that we're going off the notion that I know y'all want to see something different and they have to take a different approach. The problem I have is what have we seen the last 3 years to show that approach will be different because Micah is moved on from now. I think personally this was just an ego move by Jerry because he didn't want to pay Micah Parsons the money he received. I don't think this is because he wants to go in a different direction. I don't think this is because he's realizing that he needs to do something different. I think this is purely because he realized that he did not want to reset the market and he didn't want to be the owner / GM or whoever doing it. I think that's all that is. I think this is
I can't agree with that because, and I'm not saying that he necessarily made the move either because he's trying to do something different because we are talking about Jerry Jones. But at the same time, I don't think this was a flex move because the flex was sitting in front of Stephen A. Smith saying that we have that man on contract for 3 years, knowing damn well that you have to use franchise tag for 2 of them. So if he wanted to flex, I think that would have been his flex. No, you're gonna take your ass out there.
I'm not calling it the flex though. What I'm saying is he didn't want to be the one to set the market. He didn't want to be that. I don't think that's a flex. I think that's more of a person showing that his control. I think
that's more 87 by the time he had to reset the market, bro. So I don't think that was.
I didn't hear you. What you say?
I said he'd have been 87. I think Mike said he was 84, so he'd have been 87, maybe 88, right? Because again, you get to franchise tag him after this season twice. So I don't think that was an issue for him.
Nah, I disagree, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, but I think that's the reason why you see the head coaches. I think that's the reason why you don't see the head coaches that come in that they possibly could have had. That's why you got McCarthy in the building because he's a yes man. He gonna kiss ass. That's why they had. That's why they had to do who the coach they just hired now.
Oh, Schottenheimer.
That's why you got Sean Hummer. That's why they had
Kellen Moore.
These are dudes who aren't real powerful personalities. These are dudes who are going to answer to others, you feel me, and do what they're told, basically. That's what they're following.
I agree with Will on the biggest issue is the head coach, right? Which it all circles back to Jerry, yes, but I believe the head coach is a bigger issue because to Mike's point, yeah, getting another GM in there, we would see a major change in some things, but Jerry Jones still an owner, right? So if he doesn't okay it, then I don't know what the GM comes up with, it's not going to happen. But if you get a head coach in there, which again, Jerry would have to allow, if you get a head coach in there that ain't going to take his shit and he's going to run the show the way he wants to, if you get a Campbell, a hardball type deal, I think you start to see those changes. But to your point, again, he's going to be there, 2-3 years, maybe? Him and Jerry going to butt heads the entire time, and then we're going to go right back to, literally, we went from a Wade Phillips, who was a good head coach to me, a hell of a defensive coordinator, to a Jason Garrett. And Jason Garrett did, 1 year as a head coach outside of Dallas, and now he's on CBS?
Yeah, he went to New York for a minute too.
He was an offensive coordinator and a head coach, but I'm saying I think he was head coach and then they demoted him offensive coordinator somewhere else, and then he was
New York. He went.
He stayed there. I think they demoted him and he was still in fucking New York when they demoted him.
Okay. All right. But
which is crazy working.
He was the quarterback coach, and then he got promoted mid-season to the OC in New York.
Okay. All right. But I don't know, bro. To be honest, wholeheartedly, bro, that's just the way I would want to see a team. We had a similar conversation when we was talking about Myles Garrett potentially going to Philly. And my thing was, I say, bro, homegrown, I'd like to go that direction. Obviously, if you get a MICAH Parsons or a Myles Garrett, I don't see anybody complaining unless you just literally there is such thing as giving up too much. But 2 firsts for a team that is competing, a team that just was 2 years ago, the youngest NFL roster to ever make the playoffs. Bro, I think as long as they utilize him correctly, I think that he could be the missing link for them to compete for NFC Championship.
Who, the Packers?
Yeah.
You're crazy as hell, man.
Okay. I'll be that.
Hey, I'm not going to listen. I ain't gonna lie. Listen. If Matthew Golden is as good as I think he is, I think Golden can fucking play. If he is good as I think he is, I think the Packers could do something. I ain't gonna lie.
It's Jordan Love, bro. It ain't got nothing to do with nobody else. That's the person.
Bro, it's not Jordan Love, bro.
He hasn't been healthy. He could play.
How many games he missed last season? They still won.
It's not gonna matter who you bring in, right?
You know what? That's a good point, Stiggs. But that also comes down to you gotta think they didn't play all playoff teams in those games either. So when you get into the playoffs, you know it's a whole different atmosphere. So they're gonna go into the playoffs unhealthy. Wide receivers injured, linemen injured, because that's what they do every year. Their wide receivers are always injured, and you're not gonna beat no playoff teams with one starting wide receiver.
Now, to your point, bro, you're right, because I think they were 11. Yeah, they won 11 games. They lost every game that they lost was to a team that had 14 plus wins. So they lost to Philly, 2 to Detroit, and 2 to Minnesota. And then I don't remember who they last loss was to or whatever. So, I mean, yeah, you're right. When the competition is playoff worthy, they don't perform their best.
But that's because he don't got no consistency. He don't got no rapport with his weapons because they're always injured. You know what I mean? So, I don't think it's Jordan Love.
He's also injured. So, it's not just...
Bro, I understand that, bro. I understand that. But he is less of the problem, bro. His arm talent's good. He knows how to throw the ball. He knows where to go. Yes, he's a little inconsistent, but I think that also has to do with you watch the film and he's thinking the wide receivers are going somewhere else because that's where he sees the open spots on the field. And as the quarterback, your wide receivers got to be on your page. I'm gonna just be honest. Unless you're throwing it in the wrong spots, which sometimes he does, but all quarterbacks make bad.
Okay, let me ask you this then, right? So right now, do you have them as a top 5 NFC team?
Maybe not top 5. Maybe not top 5. I think they could hit 6 or 7. Like I said, bro. If they're healthy, I think they could be top 5.
Okay, so if they utilize Parsons like they're supposed to, right? He's standing up. Not every single play he's got his hand in the dirt. He's roaming around. He's playing middle linebacker, outside linebacker. If they utilize him like that, do you better their chances or do you up their rankings for the NFC?
It's hard to say, bro.
Okay.
So then, so if you're saying, let's just say he's healthy, the receivers stay healthy because they both groups have been hurt, so it ain't just Jordan Love like you said, right? Okay, if he has that with the addition of Micah to the defense they already had, if that don't make you top 5, then what you do it for?
Well, I think they would be top 5 if they could stay healthy, but I just don't see them staying healthy. I mean, Christian Watson is like the most injury-prone wide receiver I think I've ever seen in my entire life.
He's terrible. He's
Yeah,
terrible.
Romeo Dobbs, he be injured, and then what's the other dude they got?
Reed.
Jordan
But
Reed.
they drafted like what 3 receivers in this draft alone? It was Golden, Buddy from TCU, and another one. They took like 3 receivers.
That sounds good, bro. It really
no, I'm
do.
just saying, like, because of the fact that they're always injured, they drafted 3 more fucking receivers. Like, that's crazy.
Right, but how many of those guys are going to start over Christian Watson, Romeo Dobbs, Jayden Reed, or Jordan Reed, whatever his name is?
Based on what y'all saying, all of them might fucking play at this point.
Okay. Like I think like to T's point, I think Golden's going to be the number 1 receiver because I haven't seen enough of him getting injured for me to believe he's going to be injured.
And that's fine. That's one guy though. So what about
But what I'm saying is, on top of that, now if they're all staying healthy, then yes, I think they're going to be a top 5 seed.
Okay.
The thing is, it's like you got to measure up who you talking about in the NFC, because I think the only teams that's clearly a cut above them to me is like the Eagles and the Lions. I mean, the Commanders.
I think the Vikings are clearly better.
I gotta see it from McCarthy, bro. I gotta see
the same thing about it. Bro. That's the whole point. You gotta see it about.
I mean, they got a better O-line.
Who? The Vikings?
And they picked up Adam Thielen, which I feel like is big, bro. For McCarthy,
for a third receiver, yeah, that's a hell of a pick.
Because he can still line him up outside and then put either one of your other receivers in the slot.
Yes,
Thielen, at this point, Thielen is the slot guy.
Thielen is definitely the slot, but
he'll be on the outside for the first 4 weeks until Addison get back.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
But I think that makes the NFC North, honestly, top to bottom. If every team does what we think they could do, that makes them the best division in the league, top to bottom.
There was that last year.
Yeah,
NFC North. Yeah, but I'm just saying the fact that all 4 teams legitimately have playoff like possibilities.
No,
like,
the Bears.
The Bears are the Bears. But with the roster they have now and the coach they have now,
if Ben Johnson come in and be who they say he is, hey boy.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like if every team do what we think they can do and reach their potential, you got 4 teams.
I don't even think it's Ben Johnson, bro.
Somebody's gonna win 11 or 12 games.
In Caleb Johnson yet.
Somebody's gonna win 11 or 12
games.
Williams. You sit their ass at home on the couch, point blank. Then that's interesting. Yeah. Somebody can go 12-5 and have their ass at home.
Yeah. Before we get off this conversation, though, I do want to say the expectation for Jordan Love is just way too crazy. Like the pressure he's under, because you got to think they went from Favre to Rodgers now to Love.
Yeah,
but that's why the pressure is there.
That's what I'm saying. But the pressure, bro, it's unrealistic to be able to expect him to live up to those type of standards. Even, you know what I'm saying? Oh, we went from Favre to Aaron Rodgers, right? But the idea of hitting 3 in a row is unrealistic to that caliber. That caliber of quarterback. And then on top of that, his offensive situation has not been good on top of that. So people are putting all this pressure on him to perform, to get him to an NFC championship, to get him to a Super Bowl, yada, yada. And the team around him has not even shown enough to be able to get there, but all the pressure's on him because he's the quarterback. I couldn't imagine living
there. But the thing is, hold on. I just want to say this real quick because that's crazy coming from Will. Because I could have sworn this was the same nigga that told me Justin Herbert was the top 10. I could have sworn it's the same nigga. I could have sworn it's the same nigga.
Talking completely different situations.
Oh my God,
he's a legit bum. What are we talking about? What are you talking about? A legit bum.
Call him a bum. Can't say a bum.
In the playoffs, yes, I can. Yes, I can say that in the playoffs because that's what he showed.
But the other guy that's is not even on the field to play.
Before we move on, I just want to say this. He just said the expectation was unrealistic because the talent around him has not been good, right? When has the talent ever been good around Justin Herbert?
Bro,
that's what I want to know.
Bro, that's not what I said. That was an additive. I said because he came behind 2 Hall of Fame quarterbacks, 2
Yeah,
first
you
ballot Hall
said
of
it's
Fame quarterbacks.
unrealistic to live up to that or to have that same
I said
expectation
on
of him.
top of his offensive situation not being that good. I'm talking about in comparison to them. I was literally only speaking on the lineage of Green Bay quarterbacks.
I
That's
just
literally
think
it,
that's
bro.
crazy,
I
man.
don't
Because
think
we
the
out here
expectations
saying
is too
Herbert
high
not
because
top
he
10,
played the
but
one
Jordan
good
Love got
year
too many
and then they
Bro,
paid him.
expectations.
that's not crazy, T. Bro, you're talking about a guy who is legit horrendous, arguably the worst playoff quarterback I've ever seen in the
You didn't
playoffs
say you didn't
to
say
be
the Super
top
Bowl.
10.
You didn't say Super Bowl.
Roger started what 2 full seasons and got a Super Bowl, or 3? I think it was 2.
It was 2.
And then Favre started around about the same 2, maybe 3 full
Nah,
seasons.
it was his 5th year when he reached the Super Bowl.
Okay, all right. So I mean, see, bro,
Well, when he
I'm just
won.
saying, if you're willing to walk away the same way, the reason they even in the sequence, right? Brett Favre just kept doing that weak ass. I'm retired. I'm not that bullshit he was playing. So they just finally said, "Fuck it, go ahead."
Aaron
Same thing with
Rodgers did the same
Aaron
shit.
Rodgers, same shit, the same exact shit. So they told me to fuck on, go ahead. Jordan Love played good that first year without Rodgers there, and then he held out because he wanted to get paid. They paid him. So if you can hold out because you want to get paid like a top nigga, you gotta perform, and then you gotta be available. If you're not even on the field, I can't look at. Yes, I can consider everything else, like you said, the receivers and all the other shit. But you're the quarterback and you're not even available. We win in games with Malik Willis because your ass can't stay on the field. I got to think about that too. Justin Herbert at
I
least
mean,
is available.
you're not wrong. You're not wrong for sure. Like the best ability is
Bro,
availability, and
niggas
they
is
and I
y'all
wanted to say
talking
that
about shit
too.
that's
I wanted to
irrelevant to
say
my
that.
point.
I wanted to say that too, though, because
The
it's like at the end of
expectations
the
are not
day,
too high.
the expectation is the expectation because the man signed the highest annual contract of any quarterback or any player that signed a 4-year extension.
Listen, bro,
So
y'all
that's
that
the
all
standard.
sounds
That's the
good, bro.
standard he said. That's the standard.
Bro,
And I'm not disagreeing with the Herbert take you had. I agree. The nigga has been putrid in the
But
playoffs.
but that's not the standard he set, bro. You're only as good as the market dictates you are, bro. They gave him that contract. They did not have to give him
No.
that
He
contract.
held out for that contract. He wanted
Right, but
that
they didn't
money.
have to
That
give
means
it
you
to
got
him
to
because
play
they
up to
had
the
no
contract you
realistic
signed.
reason
That's what
to
that
give it
means.
to him.
He had the leverage. There was no other quarterback on their depth chart worth of them. So he had the leverage. He used the leverage. He did what he should have done. So they
Bro,
did have to pay him.
all they had to do was trade him away, bro.
But where?
It
By
don't
the
Why
time
would
you
they
matter.
start
trade
holding
him?
out, the
Why would
draft
they?
is over.
Come on now.
Every team that needs a quarterback had gotten their quarterback already. And they know he wants to get paid. He had the leverage, so he used it. He was smart.
Hey man. All right. We go into the net topic. We go into the
Yeah.
net. Let's talk about Scary Terry back with the Commanders, man. We spoke about the Commanders a little bit. Scary Terry got a 3-year, $96 million contract. So, Mike, I know that's one of your guys, man. What you think about Terry coming back, and what does it do for the Commanders?
It keeps their ass afloat, and it keeps Jaden Daniels from having a sophomore slump like CJ Stroud had. They just saved Jaden Daniels from having a CJ Stroud type sophomore slump. Even with the other additions, even with adding Laramie Tunsil and the extra protection and all of that, you just saved your quarterback from having a horrific second year because he's the deep threat. He runs every route on the route tree. He blocks his ass off. He never complains, and he's a team captain. That locker room follows him. Been a team captain since he got there. Even as a third round rookie, he was named a team captain from the time he stepped on the field up until now. So if you're not willing to pay a leader that also produces in this locker room, what message are you sending to the rest of the guys in the locker room? I can do my job. I can be a model citizen. I can produce at a high level, and you still gonna look at me sideways because I might be approaching the age that you think is like the dead zone for receivers. Even though we've clearly seen receivers over 30 ball out time and time again. So I don't even know why they used that as the parameter for why they were, delaying the shit. I think that was just a stall tactic on their part because they didn't want to fucking pay
The average, bro. It's the average. You can't take an outlier and try to make it the average, bro.
him. So even it's plenty of receivers at age 30 that have produced in the NFL. We've seen
Yeah,
it.
and there's plenty of
So
not. There's plenty
yeah,
who've
but
been out
they
their second year
also
in the league, bro. That's what I'm
okay,
saying.
and
The
that's fine.
average, bro.
But
The average.
the man ain't asking you for 40 a year like he fucking Jamar Chase either. So again, there was no excuse not to
As he
give him what.
shouldn't. What the fuck?
Okay,
So that,
whether he should or shouldn't or not, you the same person that just said on the last topic, the market dictates what you get. So according to the market, he could have asked for it. Whether they would have gave it to him or not is their choice. And I don't think he should have earned that. But he
boy,
could
he
have asked
crazy as
for it.
hell. No, he could not have, bro.
He based on the market, out of the words out of your own mouth. You just said the same thing for Jordan Love. It's no different. The market dictated that he could have asked for it. Do I think he deserved that? No.
The quarterback market is different than the wide receiver market,
bro. He asked for 30 to
and he's
32 million
not that
dollars a
good,
year.
bro. You tried to compare him
Asked for
to
30 to
a
32 million
top 2
dollars a year
receiver, bro.
and got it, bro. So clearly he is that good because they ended up paying him, right? So he is that good.
Not 40.
He's been consistent his entire career with 5, 6, 7 different quarterbacks. I don't know what the fuck you talking about. So he's produced with bums like Sam Howell, like, and still went over 1,000. So I don't know what the hell you talking about. But either way, they paid him. They should have paid him. They saved Jaden Daniels, and now that opens up that entire offense. Now you got 2 running backs. You traded away Brian Robinson, whatever, to the Niners. Thank you. We'll take it. You got the rookie running back Austin Eckler still. You got him, Debo, and the other receiver they drafted. That's a dog on top of Luke McCaffrey still. You got protection at the left tackle spot, which frees Jaden Daniels from having to look over his shoulder all the time. They good. They should win 12 games this year with that roster on both sides of the ball. Versus without signing them, you put yourself at risk of being 9, 10 wins and being ass out. Because the NFC, the top is top heavy as fuck. So only 7 teams getting in. We just said in the last topic, 4 teams potentially out the North could make it, and we know only 3. That's only possible for 3, and then the rest is division leaders. So there's going to be a lot of 10, 11 win teams that's ass out. You got to at least get 12, I think, this year to make the playoffs, unless you win your division with like 8 or 9, which might be the NFC South type shit. But that's it. So it was smart on their part. They did what they should have done.
All right, what you guys did?
Yeah, I think they almost had to, especially when it came down low 30s or mid low 30s. Yeah, it wasn't even a question at that point. He's definitely produced the numbers to receive that amount of money. I don't think anybody on here was going for 40 at the time, right? Yeah, I think even when we was discussing landing spots, right? We was Buffalo and this team. I don't think anybody was agreeing. Somebody should pay him 40 over there either. So, but I'm curious to see it because of his ability to be a threat. Obviously, it's going to help Daniels. But I'm genuinely curious to see how they use Debo, right? Because I don't think that you just line him up outside, 80, 90% of the snaps. He's got to be in the slot. He's got to be in the backfield. You've got to utilize him very similar to how San Francisco is utilizing him. But I don't think that that's their focus this year. I genuinely think that their focus is going to be more so on the defensive side of the ball. Now, picking up Von Miller, I think we talked about this as well, and we were saying that's more so of a playoff thing, right? You get up, you can pin your ears back, you get him and Wagner to try to get after the quarterback type deal. But I think that's going to be their focus. I think you control the ball, get into the end zone, and make the other team have to pass the ball. So, yeah, he definitely moves the needle for Daniels. But I really would have loved to have seen what the go-to was if they wasn't able to sign him. I don't know if they would have went to try to go get another receiver, but can anybody explain why they let go of Brian Robinson?
I mean, they got two rookie running backs they really like. I know they got Chris Rodriguez, I believe, Jr., and they got another guy who played pretty solid.
His name ever, Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt, bro. Like, that is okay.
Yeah, so it's like, I mean, they looking at it from the perspective of if we gotta give money to our star receiver. I mean, Brian Robinson gonna come up on the contract pretty soon, so I guess it's just one of the moves where it's like, you want to save money somewhere, even though they had the cap to pay both.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. Then. And if we're being technical, they got Austin Eckler, 2 rookie running backs, and Debo, right? Because he's going to be used as a weapon, not just a receiver. So
yeah,
I'm okay with that, bro.
What you got, Will? He must have stepped away, but for me, man, personally, the whole Terry McLaurin situation, I knew they were. I said this last time we talked about it. I knew they was going to eventually sign him. I didn't think he'd actually be moved. So I'm not shocked at all that he got his money. But I will say this in terms of the sophomore slump and all this other shit that Mike was talking about, this does not prevent him from not having a sophomore slump. And the reason being is because, gang, it's film. People see how he plays. People study. And now we at a point in the league where it's like, okay, injuries are going to happen, just like they happened to C.J. Stroud. Because I don't think the biggest reason for C.J. Stroud downfall last season was because the players wasn't around him. It was just because people got hurt. I mean, he was
That's what
down
I'm saying, though. So
top
you're
three
taking,
receivers. I mean, the same thing could still happen to the Commanders. You know, knock on wood, God forbid. But
yeah, but history
who's
would
to
tell
say
you
Terry
Terry
don't go
always
down? Who's to say Debo don't go down? And what's after that? So
I
it's
mean,
like
he don't get hurt based on what we've
it's
seen so
like,
far.
that's asking of a lot in a violent game of football, bro. Like this is people get dinked and bruised and you feel me hurt every week. It's just that it's not always on the injury report. So it's like at the end of the day, it's not going to prevent him from not having something. Now, do I think Jaden Daniels will have a sophomore slump? No, I think Jaden Daniels is one of them ones for real. But it's like at the end of the day,
define sophomore slump for me. And when I ask that, I'm not looking for exact numbers, right? But I'm just
so I know what you mean.
So
When I think of
said
sophomore slump, I just think of getting worse.
when I
That's
said that,
what I think of.
I meant yes, like T said, getting worse, but I also mean like you're regressing and you're regressing, like you're Reeves now all of a sudden you in a hurry because you don't have the time you have. Ain't no downfield threat to stretch the field because Terry gone.
okay.
As much as I like Debo's not I mean, you can catch a few on him, especially like on the wheel routes and shit like that. That's
Yeah.
his shit. But you don't have to stretch the field. You've already gotten rid of another running back. You got two rookie running backs and Austin Eckler, who's this fucking big, nigga 5'9". Like it's not helping him. So you do add the left tackle, you add Laramie Tunsil, you added that so that he can have some more protection and some more security in his mind to make those reads, to take his time, to not have happy feet to just run out of the pocket. When you lose your number one target, you do get a little anxious. You start moving a little faster, you start speeding shit up, you start seeing shit sometimes that ain't there, and you start getting hit upside your head. Now all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying, you looking crazy out there.
I
But
think
my thing is
got
though, I
sacked
think
50
that's gonna happen. I
sometimes.
think that's gonna
You know?
happen regardless, because like I said, it's film out there now. Like I don't think he's going to get worse per se, but I do think there will be play and moments where it's like the league is catching up, because that's every quarterback who's ever been successful within their first 3 years has to get better at the game because people know what their tendencies are now. We've seen that with
Yeah,
every quarterback. So it's
I
like
agree
at
with
the end of
that.
the day, there will be times when we look at him and say this isn't an instance or a play or a possession he was having consistently last season. But the problem is, and why I push back on him not having a sophomore slump statement, is because we just don't know. Like, bro, the NFC is fucking tough right now. Like it's
I
tough.
get that. But
Like
like how you
you
said,
about to go up
moments.
against a lot of good fucking teams every week. You in the
I say
division.
That's
I say
fair,
he
but you
gonna be
said moments, right? You said they're going to be moments or whatnot. The difference between that and a slump is moments turn into games, and it can start rolling downhill real fast on you. And to your point, the
Yeah,
NFC is
exactly. And
much better now.
that's could turn
So
into a
then,
sophomore
if
slump. Yeah.
you're having these moments and they become more frequent, now it becomes a habit. Moments turn into habits real quick in the season. That's what I mean when I say I think it saved him from that, because now you have your lead. First of all, your leader. He's a leader in the locker room, so you have leadership. They've both talked about how their relationship is. They talk to each other all the time. They trust one another. The person that you trust now is gone. He don't know Debo like that, even though they've been flowing this summer. But that's not, you don't know him like that. You don't know these other niggas like that. For real,
hey,
for real. Like if
okay.
we all go out somewhere, and I see people out, I'm gonna gravitate to y'all first. I know y'all. I don't know them niggas over there on the other side of the room.
I agree with, I don't know how to say something on fire conjure. Okay, all right. So I agree with him. I think it's gonna be an even kill, bro. I think that there will be, to both of y'all's point, to Mike's point especially, I think that we'll see times where, oh yeah, he didn't do this, he didn't make this mistake last season. But then also I think we'll see a lot of, man, he would have missed this, right? This was a veteran move, right? From the audible that he called to the ball placement, so on and so forth. But 69%, 3,500 yards, 25 TDs, 9 interceptions. I think those stats fluctuate. I think that the completion percentage goes down with the yards going up. I think that the touchdowns are within a 3-shot window with the interceptions going up, right? So I think he's going to look pretty much the same, but there will be places where you say to yourself, yes, this one got him from film that they watched last season.
Yeah.
But also, yeah, he made this player, he made that throw because he's a little bit more poised than he was last season as well.
Yeah, for sure. But you got anything you want to add, Will, about the Terry situation?
No, I think it was the right thing to do. I think that he got the money that he deserved, for being who he is to the team, and he better be worth every penny. That's all I can say.
All right. So let's move on to the Trey Hendrickson getting the pay boost from the Bengals. So he got an $18 million pay boost for next year. That's pushed him to, I believe he's now a top 4 annual paid edge rusher now, if I'm not mistaken. So, well, probably after today, he might be like 5 because, Micah Parsons. But so, anyways, he got 18 million added. So he's getting 40 million not 40 million. He's getting 38 million next season. Well, this season, excuse me. So what do you all think about that? And was it the right on the part of the Bengals?
I think the Bengals are stupid, and they're going to continue to be a poverty franchise.
Yeah, I can't disagree with that. But what you guys did?
Yeah, again, we're back to the. Did you sign him just to say you had him, right? Because he was there. How many games did he miss last season?
I don't think any.
Okay, so he was there, and y'all were god awful. He probably did his thing. He probably played better than anticipated with the surrounding cast, but he was there and he was god awful. So I don't know I don't recall anything they did in the draft or the offseason to revamp or beef up the defense. But I'm sorry, bro.
Like, they're getting their best linebacker back.
Logan Wilson.
Yeah, borderline all pro back.
Yeah, Logan Wilson.
I'm willing to admit that I'm wrong at the end of the season, right? But as of now,
it's not gonna be that.
Yeah. I don't think they're going on a Super Bowl run, no. But they could potentially make the playoffs. I mean, depending. I don't know what their schedule is.
If they just stop starting off so they make the damn playoffs. So that's not the problem. The problem is, like you said, like y'all was god awful last year. And it's another situation of a team waiting too long. Like if they same thing with like the Cowboys early. You gonna trade them before the draft so you can get some. He been holding out all fucking summer or holding in, so to speak, because he was there, right? If you wasn't gonna pay him for real, just trade him and get something for him and like move on. Like teams be playing this weird ass like mind control game, or do then they make the media spinning and they make it look like the player the bad guy for not wanting to give a billionaire a discount like type shit. Like if you're not gonna pay him for real, then just trade him and be done, bro. It's no harm, no foul.
How many years does he got on his contract left?
This it. After this
This
year,
is
free agent, so he definitely not going back after
I
this
think
year.
they should have extended him 2 years. You could have bumped up his pay. I don't know if he need to be top whatever.
Where does the pay for Joe Burrow rank amongst quarterbacks right now?
I think he's like top 5.
He's top
4 maybe. No. Wait, who got paid? Somebody else just got paid. Well, Lamar finna get paid. And they talking about doing his extension.
But he's not paid right now.
So let's do this. So let's put him at 6, right? Just to be fair, right? So you maybe the 6th highest paid quarterback, highest paid receiver. T. Higgins got broke off, and now you add Trey Hendrick. It's the same situation, bro. Like, okay, I get it. You've got a lot of talent, but if it doesn't.
The thing is, they don't draft well. That's the problem. They don't draft well. That's the problem. They're going to be in a shithole because they don't draft well. It's not the money.
Only thing they draft skill position. That's it.
They only draft quarterback well. That's literally the only thing they ever draft. That's the only thing. Yeah. Everything else is god awful. I mean, Jamar Chase is a layup. Of course,
bro. They draft wide receiver well. They draft running back well too, bro.
They need to draft corners because they can't stop nobody.
They drafted Joe Mixon. They also drafted the dude that's there now.
They drafted Joe Mixon because he had legality shits going on.
That was like later in the draft.
What are you talking about? You acting
like I'm saying the only reason why he was there when they drafted him because he had legal troubles off the field. And
they made the smart decision to draft him. Did they or did they not? What the fuck?
No, bro. I'm not giving them that.
Okay, my fault. They didn't draft Joe Mixon.
That's like me saying no. Time out. That's like me saying the Dolphins draft well because we drafted Laramie Tunsil at third fucking team. He was predicted to be the first overall pick. Damn video got released an hour before the draft and he failed. That's what
made the smart decision to draft him. How was that not a good decision?
In the fucking world. It's because the nigga got in trouble and then made his draft stock drop. Okay, that's what happened.
All right, y'all didn't draft him. My fault, bro.
It's not about us drafting. I'm saying
it is, nigga. That's what the whole fucking point is. Y'all still drafted him. It don't matter the reason, bro.
I'm not giving you that. They didn't go out and find a nigga that was a hidden gem. He failed because he had off the field troubles. No, I'm not giving them that.
They passed on him multiple times too, but it'd be like that. But either way, they need to draft some secondary. Their problem is they can't do shit on the back end except hold and get cooked. Then
Man, I
you let
remember they went out and got
Didn't they
Geno
draft?
you let Jesse
Didn't they
you
draft
let
Corey
Jesse
Dillon?
Bates walk. Draft who?
Did they draft Corey Dillon? Did they draft Cedric Benson?
They drafted Darquez Dennard too.
Everybody that you naming that they drafted, they ended up letting walk. Shit, they let
But it
Corey
don't
walk.
matter. They still
And they
draft him. Y'all
drafted
can
they
just
You,
say
if
drafted
you
every
can't,
dude
what's
that
the
they
they
so
drafted
let
got
me ask
William
you a
drafted.
question.
Jackson
So you
too.
want to just
They
keep
drafted
drafting
William
talent
Jackson
and
the
starting
third
over every
too.
3-4 years?
Okay,
Is that what you want to
bro,
do?
what are you talking about? William Jackson the third, bro. He's a corner. What the fuck are you talking about?
Is that he said the back end? That's what he just said.
I just said the back end, bro.
I can't even hear y'all talking so much bullshit. It don't make sense to me.
So maybe if you
What
stop
he just
listening
said.
with
I
your
was like,
mouth and
what he
listen with
just
your
said?
ears, you'd heard me. The back end is terrible. They drafted DJ Turner from Michigan. He's ass. The nigga Cameron Taylor Britt, ass. You let Jesse
Bro,
Bates
what do
walk,
that
so
got
you
to
don't
do
have
with
any
what I
safety.
said?
We were talking about the back end. You start talking about some other shit, bro. We was already talking about the back end of their defense.
No, T said all they draft well is quarterback, and I said that's not
That's
true.
because that's all they draft well. That's what they draft well. They don't draft nothing else well.
Okay, bro. They definitely draft receiver well. Definitely draft receiver.
Well, I mean, it's not hard when you pick a top 5, the best receiver comes
That's what
out,
I'm
right?
saying.
Bro, they
They
still
picked him
draft
at number
players who they or
4.
do they
Like
not?
they
Niggas
just
draft
like
bust
that.
every
Bro,
day.
hold on. Yeah, I'm with Will, bro. We got to give them some
Thank you,
type
bro.
of
This
credit,
nigga
bro.
So we
Man,
got to give you, bro.
Okay,
What you
listen,
wrong with that?
I'm not giving them
hear
that.
what you're
No,
saying as
I'm
far
not
as he
giving them
fell
that.
in their lap, but they still put the pick in, bro. Like, it's,
Okay,
because
so
They
I'm
could
sorry.
they
I'm
could have
giving you
passed him
credit
too
for
and
walking
drafted a
over to the
bum.
telephone.
because here's the difference, right? If they fall there by default, or because there's some bullshit that came out about them, right, and they just fell into that, or they just had a high draft pick, there's still the availability to fuck up and not go get that guy.
Thank you, bro.
I'm not saying, hey, jump out the window and yeah, they're great drafting, but we got to give them some type of credit for going to get the talent.
Right, the same way
Sid,
y'all saying they don't.
Hold on, wait. I just want to know this. We're giving credit for picks that every GM in the league would have made in that exact moment. You
can't say that because there was 12 other teams that missed out on their council.
Thank
this
you,
what
bro.
I'm saying. Hold on, wait. Time out. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. If you're a team like the Dolphins, like you just brought up Tunsil, right? You know you need a left tackle. You haven't had a good left tackle in 10 years outside of Jake Long at the moment at that time, right? They went out and got what's my boy name? Albert. It was Albert's son. I forgot. They went out and got the tackle for the
Yeah, I know who you're talking about, bro. Go ahead.
Yeah, Brandon Albert, that was his name. They went out and got him for the Jags and shit. They knew they needed a left tackle. They like, damn, we might as well take a chance on the nigga who fucking up. Because it's like, ain't no one else going to do it, so why not us? That's the same shit that happened with Joe
you
Mixon.
made the smart pick.
Shit.
See, I don't understand the argument here.
So the argument is, if you're
common
desperate for
sense.
that position and you know you need that position, you're going to take the chance even if the dude have off the field troubles. That's what.
Okay, but I guess to Will's point, you can still draft wrong. You can go get a receiver and it not be that. I'll give you a prime example, bro. Lamar Jackson went last in the first round, and there was how many 3 quarterbacks picked before him?
3 or 4, yeah.
Okay, so I'm saying you can have the Josh Allen, who's better between him or Baker Mayfield. You can have a conversation all day. All I'm saying is, a lot of people will agree and say that he's the best quarterback to come out of that draft. And I have to give credit to Ozzie and the Baltimore organization for saying, okay, well, you did go get him. You didn't just look at everybody else and say, oh, well, they didn't want him, so we don't either. You took a chance.
Yes,
right. And also, no. Also, bro, your example was a one-off of you drafting a tackle versus me giving a track list of good backs that they drafted since the beginning of the 21st century.
Who else other than Joe Mixon, bro? That's the only name I heard.
Cedric Benson and Corey Dillon, bro. Those are good backs.
Right. So my question to you when you said that was,
so they draft backs well. You don't hit on every single pick, nigga.
If you just keep drafting and having to start over at the position because you can't retain your guys, then what is that doing for you though?
Nothing, but that's not the argument. The argument was getting the draft, nigga. You're arguing something I'm not arguing.
Missing in the draft, nigga, on defensive players on the back end, which is the problem.
That's a completely different conversation.
That's still a part of drafting. You don't just draft offense, nigga. They don't just draft running back.
I didn't say they hit on every draft pick, or they obviously will win the Super Bowl.
It's not about every draft pick. They're missing on high draft picks. That's the problem.
Wait, hold on, wait. Let's concede and say they draft well, right? I still don't agree with that.
I didn't say they draft well.
These niggas don't draft well at all.
You just said they draft those specific positions well.
For the sake of argument, let's say they do draft those.
What are you talking about?
Okay, look, okay. Like I said, for the sake of argument, let's say they draft those positions well, right? Gang. They still are fucking terrible at drafting everything else. They're not good at drafting. That's what
when did I ever say they
That's
were?
all we said. They still bad at drafting everything else.
Bro, Sticks, am I tripping, bro?
No, you're not.
Thank
tripping,
you,
bro.
bro.
It's crazy that y'all aren't disagreeing at this point, bro. Y'all are saying
We're
the
not
same shit in
disagreeing.
different ways.
We're not disagreeing. I just disagree that they drafted running back well. I don't think they draft running back well. I don't think they draft receiver well. I think they
3 running backs in the team's
I don't
fucking
think that's
history.
because they doing a good job. That's all I've said.
He named 3 niggas out their whole team history. Talking about some they drafted.
Bro, who have y'all drafted, bro? What running backs have the Niners drafted, bro?
What are you talking about? Who said?
Nah,
I never
hey,
said we drafted
the
them well.
Niners-
That's the
Yeah,
thing.
y'all
You
didn't
hear
draft
me
well,
saying
nigga.
it?
Shut the fuck up.
All right, dumbass. What running backs have y'all drafted? Since when? The last
Hey,
one,
hey,
man.
look,
Late
Y'all
look,
draft
look,
ass.
look,
Y'all
listen,
draft ass.
before we
And y'all
before we
definitely
continue
draft quarterback
football
ass.
talk,
So y'all
Fuck outta
been
here.
trashing running
Before we
backs since
continue
Le'Veon
football
left.
talk, man. Before we continue football talk, I want to speak on Derrick Rose, man. I know I'm a D Rose guy. I gotta speak on Derrick Rose, man. My boy getting his jersey retired.
As he
I know
should.
Mike got something to say. You feel
I
me?
wouldn't say as he should, but good for
Being
him.
from Chicago,
As he
you know.
should, nigga. We're not. This is not for you. Stay in the 4-1-2 or wherever Miles Sanders at. This ain't for you.
Bro, you're not
sit
even a
this
Bulls
fuck-
fan,
you
you
can sit this-
bandwagon.
Hey, listen. Hey,
The youngest
no
MVP
D
in
Rose
league
disrespect will be tolerated right now. You
At
feel
all.
me?
Stay in the
I need to log off then, bro, because I'm
Hey,
No,
hey,
you need to log
Sid,
off. You need to
Sid,
hold your peace,
relax.
nah.
Relax.
'Cause I'm not gonna lie to you. It's
Listen.
a lot of jerseys need to be retired, then, fam.
Hey, youngest MVP
listen, and
ever.
that's a different
2
conversation.
straight
But right
years,
now,
best record
we
in the
talking about
league.
D Rose.
You
Oh,
feel
Wait,
me?
I didn't say he didn't have a great career before
Okay,
injuries. You know
so
what I'm saying? Like, I didn't say he's forgettable. I'm just saying if it's one thing to say, okay, we're retiring his jersey off respect alone, but don't give me his accolades and say that's why we're retiring.
Brother,
No. I'm not giving accolades
league
for why he's
MVP,
retired.
brother.
He's retired. They're retiring the jersey because he's the kid from Chicago that made it to Chicago.
I'm with that, bro.
That's why the story is what sells the story. I mean, that
Yeah.
sells the tickets. You feel me? So it's like
From there, number 1 overall pick, youngest MVP in the league. Yes, injuries robbed him
Appreciate
back
that,
in
my
his
boy.
career. Great. But he still gave you a 50 ball even after all them injuries coming off the bench. So be cool.
No. Again, I don't want to hear about what he did on the court, bro. I don't want to hear about what he did on the court. Give me the story.
we can't dismiss what was done on the court, though. We talk like
all NBA, multiple time all NBA, youngest MVP in league history from the crib, so it makes sense. Now, if it was another team, if he got drafted by maybe Dallas or some shit, and they wanted to retire his number, you might have a point. But to grow up there, he drafted that number 1 overall. Only problem he had was he ran into LeBron now, for real. If he didn't have to run into LeBron, then we know they.
That was I want niggas to understand that was the only problem because everyone else in the East was
back-to-back 61 win teams.
I don't believe him healthy. They win a single championship over there.
I do because then if you don't have to deal with LeBron,
they don't win a championship because the Heat was a thing. You're right.
That's the only reason.
I'm saying, well, okay, my bad.
Even without the
they
Heat,
beat that Thunder team.
You crazy as hell. Who's beating them?
they're losing every team in the West that the Heat ever faced.
No, that's not what he just said. That's not what he just said. He just said beating coming out the East, going to the finals. That's what he just
This is
said.
why I didn't want to go with him with his abilities on the court, bro. Yes, he was nice, bro. Like, but again,
Oh, that's what Stig said, that they don't make the finals.
Yeah, bro, I don't have them going to the final just because they would have.
They beat every other team that's not the Miami Heat. They beat every.
Oh yeah, but the Heat would have won every year, so they still wouldn't.
They beat every other team that's not the Heat. They beat every other team.
I agree with that.
They never would have made it.
They never would have made what?
Who beats them? Who beating them? Y'all name the team, please.
We just said except the Heat. That's the only reason they never got to the finals.
Bro,
how you gonna say except the team that went 4 years in a row?
But look, we're saying hypothetically.
I know you don't be listening at all. You literally said if they don't play Bron, if they don't run into Bron, then they go to the finals. That's what the whole premise of this conversation topic was.
Moral victories is for minor league
win every year.
So
we know they win every year.
Moral victories don't matter. You're right, but listen, we talking about Derrick Rose right now. I don't want
to. If the only team that was better than them wasn't better than them,
I'm not guaranteeing that they run through the Celtics, Orlando, or even transition to the Pacers at that time, bro. I'm not guaranteeing that shit.
Wow, he took the Celtics to 7 games as a rookie. What are you talking about?
Cool. Wait, Mike.
What do you mean?
Wait. The argument was if they didn't have to play the Heat, right? You just
and
said
I believe
they
they beat
played
every other team.
Okay, you just said they played the Celtics, and what happened?
I said that was his rookie year. That's it.
No.
What do you mean? No.
Answer the question. You just said they did not have to
question.
play the Heat. They didn't play the Heat because of what?
That's his rookie year. We're talking about when they won 61
Okay.
games over the number one seed in the East,
when you say give me teams, right? I named 3.
Yes,
And
lost
to one of them. And
one year they don't go to the finals. Other than that, they win the conference finals.
But my thing is, at that point in the seasons that Mike is speaking on, what I'm speaking on is that at that point they had winning records against these teams. They were beating these teams.
In what? The regular season?
Yeah, the regular season. Yeah. Hold on. Talk about Stans. Wait. Let's not act like he ain't running into Braun and them in the conference finals. That's the last team they literally beat them.
I took LeBron out of the equation.
So they were in the conference finals.
But this is what I'm saying. They had to, in order to make the conference finals, they got to beat 2 other teams, right? That's what has to happen, correct?
Correct. And I named 3 teams.
They beat one of the teams you named, Stig. They beat one of them.
And they lost to another team that I named. But I got an excuse.
But you're backtracking the conversation, though, because he's talking specifically about the 2 to 3 year stretch where they had the number 1 seed in the league. They won 55 plus games both seasons.
That's all I'm talking about.
And Derrick Rose
won back-to-back years and then 55.
And he was choking.
And they took L.
He was choking.
Yeah, he ran in LeBron.
I mean, if they was the best team if they was the best team in the conference,
we know. Let's not do this, bro. Let's not do this. We know basketball standings and seeds do not fucking matter.
Now they don't matter.
We know the better team. We know the better team is the better team. We know that, bro. The Warriors.
What year did he win MVP?
20.
No. What year was it in his career?
I think it was 2011 or 12.
No, I'm saying, what year was it in his career?
I think that was year 3.
Third or fourth year.
His third year. So again,
they went to the conference finals there. They lost.
Cool, bro. Right? All I'm saying is, bro, I'm not guaranteeing because D Rose was never. He was voted MVP, but he was never the best player in the league. To me, he was never the second best player in the league. So I'm not going to sit here and say, if healthy, they're going to win a championship, or more or less they're guaranteed to make it to the championship because they didn't have to play LeBron.
But what is him not being a top 2 player got to do with MVP though? A lot of players don't win MVP.
I guess what I'm saying, because that's what everybody's going to hang their hat on, right? Oh, well, he won MVP, and that's going to be the leading argument for why he could have potentially led them past any team that didn't have LeBron on it to make it.
The leading argument is he was in the conference finals, and the only person he lost to in the conference finals was LeBron 3 times. That's the argument. So replace the Heat with the 3 teams you named. You don't think they beat those teams?
So let me ask you this then: if you take that, because Kobe was making finals runs at that time, so if we put Kobe in the East,
09 to 2010, that's a different.
That's not Kobe. That's a different. That was the Spurs.
That was before.
Okay, so put Tim Duncan over there then, right? Put Tim Duncan in the East instead of LeBron. Like, I'm not making the excuse of if it wasn't for LeBron.
We can't move the nigga to the East, bro. We can say we can say
wait. So I came up with a hypothetical to match a hypothetical, right? Y'all started this hypothetical bullshit.
But we're saying like you're keeping the East what it is. You're not.
Okay, can I ask a question? Can I ask a question? So we're taking LeBron out of it. But hold on. We're taking LeBron out of it. If y'all think that without the Heat, the entire standings of the playoffs don't change, they would be matched up with other teams. You don't know who they're going to face. You don't know what matchup is.
I'm saying they're beating any team they're running into. That's not the Heat. That's what I'm saying.
Any team that's not.
It would be any team that's not the Heat.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Now, if y'all disagree, that's fine. But that's my point. I feel like they beat every team that's not.
I was just saying that because y'all was Rose fans.
I'm saying right. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay, I respect the honesty.
You damn right. I'm sure.
I respect to him, bro. No, I don't want to be a naysayer, right? But respect to him, they're retiring his jersey. I love the story for shit show. I love the story, bro. I can't stand y'all, the fans of D Rose, bro. I hate y'all, bro.
That nigga almost said y'all.
It's okay. You'll be all right, brother.
That's cool. Hey, listen, I know what I am, bro. And I can back my shit up. I can back the shit up with the facts, though. He had a winning record against these teams that year. Cool. He did. Like,
yeah, cool.
That's what it was.
Didn't he have a winning record against the Heat in the regular season too?
Yeah, but Braun and D Wade missed 2 games, so.
And no other teams were missing players when they played the Bulls?
When they played the Celtics, I think Rondo got hurt one of those games.
Okay,
But
so I mean,
that's about it.
it's always gonna be
He
the
used to
argument,
bust.
bro.
I
We
ain't
can
trying
make
to hear that shit. He
excuses
used
how
to
we
bust
want.
Rondo. He used to bust Rondo ass. I ain't trying to hear that.
I mean, it sounds good.
Nobody
bro.
was safe.
And about the only one that was busting Rondo ass.
Nobody was safe for sure.
But
Let's
I
move.
think it's
Let's
dope for
move
him
back
to
to
get his
football
jersey
though,
retired.
man.
Though I'm not gonna lie, I think it's dope for him. You know, the whole hometown hero story. I like it. You know, he did put he did. You know, respectfully, his career, boy, oh boy, did take a sharp turn
On my soul. Because
with
the
them
trajectory was crazy.
injuries.
And that's Tom Thibodeau fault.
Yeah, I was about to say because
Yeah, and
the
I ain't gonna lie.
city
To this day, it's
really
beefy.
hurt
I
him
ain't gonna lie.
from him staying in games way longer than he should have been in.
To this
Playing
day,
And
more
it's
so
minutes,
beefy.
more
the
minutes
game
than
was
If
he
I ever
should have
won.
been
see
playing.
Tom on the streets, it's going down. I ain't gonna
And as
lie.
we can see to this day, Tom
I ain't
Thibodeau
gonna
getting
lie.
fired for doing
To
the
this
same
day,
shit to other players.
Which is
So
crazy, bro. That's
I don't know how
bro,
crazy.
niggas keep
you
getting
want
jobs when they running
you
point
want
guards to the
22
ground.
goddamn points. 4 minutes left on the clock for Boy in the game. I ain't gonna lie. He needed to get his ass beat that night. I don't know why. Not. I don't know why
He
he
be getting
did.
his ass
He needed to
beat
get his
every
ass beat
time, but
that
he
night.
keep
Someone
getting
should have
head
beat his
coaching
ass.
jobs, bro.
Someone
But
should have
yeah,
beat his ass. That's all I'm gonna
yeah,
say.
like so because in my opinion, it's the city's fault for his career downfall.
Oh,
I
it's the
think that
coach's fault.
they hired the coach and they knew what the coach was doing. So, anyways.
That was his first head coaching job. How would they know what he was
Bro,
doing?
they saw so that was the first game he ever put him in more minutes than he needed to be. That's what I'm talking about,
In a
nigga. Shut up and
playoff
let me make
series,
my
nigga,
point. It's
that's the
their
first
fault.
playoff series they were in.
Anyways, it is the city's fault for him being in all those minutes. I think that it's only right that they should retire his jersey.
So is it? They said Mike said he wanted his jersey hanging next to his. Like, is that official? Are they gonna end up doing that?
I never seen that. I don't know.
I didn't see that. I didn't know about
I
that.
never seen that.
Yeah, Mike said came out and was like, "Oh well, when they do retire the jersey, I want his hanging next to mine." Is what he said.
That's dope.
Which is, I hate Chicago, bro. Fuck them all,
Man,
bro.
Stiz, but you doing too much,
Hey,
Stiz. You
Stiz,
doing
man.
too
Fuck
much.
'em all.
You
Stiz,
doing too
man.
much,
Chill
Stiz.
out,
You
man.
doing too much. You
Chill
doing
out,
too much.
Stiz.
Relax. You doing too much.
Stiz.
You do it. Hey, we're
Right
not
now.
doing this.
Hey, I heard
We're
it was
not
a
doing
beautiful city though, but
I'm just saying, niggas endure Jerry Jones every day willingly, and then got a problem with the
that's a
crib.
fact,
I
bro.
don't
Hey,
know.
hey, I'm with all Jerry Jones
I'm
slander.
just saying,
But
if you can endure that,
outside
nigga,
of making
Chicago
money,
fans should not bother you that much.
outside of making money, I'm with all Jerry Jones slander.
I'm just saying,
All
if you
right.
can endure
So,
that,
hey,
you can endure
listen.
anything.
All right. So let's go. I want to go through the week 1 schedule, man. You know, football is upon us again, ladies and gentlemen. For those who don't know, we got about a week. I believe. Yeah, we do got a week. Is actually, excuse me. So next week,
Yes,
Thursday
sir.
night football. You feel me? Let's go through this. Let's go through week 1, man. See what we got. So we got no boys. First
Yeah.
game of the year, man.
Yeah.
Got no boys going to Philly, bro. Let's go round table. Stay as you the Cowboys fan. It's only right I start with you, bro. Who you
That
got?
is a loss, man, and it's going to be horrendous. You know what? I'm gonna say this. I'm anticipating it to be a very ugly loss. If it's not, I think it's only because nobody knows what to anticipate from us on either side of the ball, right? So I look for us to be bad on defense, but if they put some type of game plan to make it competitive, cool. But I'm looking for a 30-35 point performance from Philadelphia, and I have absolutely no clue what we're gonna look like on offense. So if we get drugged, I was right. If we make it a close game, we still lost, but I think the unrealistic Cowboys fans will have something to cheer about.
Yeah.
All right. What you got, Mike?
They lose. I don't think they're gonna get drugged though. It's still a division game, and I think since it's open tonight, both teams still rolling out their offense, like they true offense and shit. Philly got new coordinators again, or I don't not both sides, but so I don't think it'll be a drag. They lose though. I think they lose by 14.
All right.
14's a drag, bro. I
I'm
ain't
about to
gonna
say
He
lie.
that's
said
kind of a
30 to
drag. Ain't
35.
gonna
That's
lie.
not the same thing.
No, he said
Wait,
35
wait, real quick. Do you
Philly.
think it's a they pulled off in the fourth quarter and made it 14, or Dallas tried to come back and made it a 14 point?
I ain't gonna lie. I feel like it's gonna be that typical. Like I feel like that gonna play good. They're gonna be back and forth, score for score type shit, and then Philly gonna pull away because either that make a mistake or the defense make a mistake, and it's gonna be like it's gonna be glaring. Like, oh, this Michael should have been in this spot type shit. Nigga gonna blow an assignment on the edge, and then boom, type shit.
All right, what you got, Will?
I don't think it's gonna be close. I think that Philly's gonna go in there. It don't got nothing to do with it being a division game and them having a new OC. That O line's gonna block the same as last year. That running back's gonna run the same as last year. AJ Brown's gonna run routes and catch the same as last year. There might be some timing off with Jalen Hurts because we know how he gets down. You know what I mean, a little bit in the passing game when he's not, when he hasn't been consistently throwing the ball. But either way, Saquon Barkley's going to be able to carry them to about 3 or 4 scores himself. Getting them up and down the field enough to where they can get points on the board, whether Hurts is in tune or not. So
Right.
I don't know exactly how good the Cowboys offense is. I do think they might score maybe 21 points because I expect them to be a pretty good offense this year. But I don't think they're going to be able to stop the Eagles much.
All right. Yeah, I think the Eagles put belt their ass. I'm just keeping that stuff. But let's go Friday night, man. It's first international game of the series. Of the season, excuse me. You got the Chiefs and the Chargers. Who y'all got?
Chiefs. Give me the Chiefs. I think it's a close one. Nah, you know what? All them receivers is healthy now.
Rasheed Rice got suspended though.
How many games?
5,
6.
I think.
I think it was 6.
It was 6.
Okay. Good.
But didn't they just draft somebody?
I don't know.
Yeah, they did.
They also traded away one of them too, so I don't know.
Huh?
They traded away, I think, what was it, Sky Moore or some shit, and then I don't know if they.
Bro, he never plays, bro. We're
Sky
talking about
Moore.
people that
Sky
actually
Moore
get in the
was
game.
He would have had to play with the niggas getting hurt.
Nah, bro, they got Marquise Brown. They got
I'm about to say Hollywood Brown healthy. They got Xavier Worthy. They just drafted the dude.
Right. So that's
they
three receivers right there. Bro,
Is
Sky
it
Moore was not touching
the Tyquan Thornton? Is that who y'all talking about?
Yes.
Okay.
The Patriots?
They still got Juju.
Yeah, they did get Juju. Yeah.
Right. So Sky Moore was never touching the field. But yeah, I think with all the receivers healthy, they had time over the preseason, the offseason, mini camp, yada yada, whatever. I think they had enough
3
time.
touchdowns.
Mahomes is Mahomes. So I don't really got too much of a gripe there. I think that the Chiefs win this, if not by 10 points, then maybe like 14.
All right.
Chargers.
You got the Chargers?
Yep.
Why?
Yeah,
He gonna muck up the game on defense. Every time they play is a close game. The Chargers be blowing them, motherfucker. To be honest with you, but they play them tough.
Oh wow!
Consistently.
I ain't gonna lie.
Chargers blow the game. Who would ever thought?
Listen, they do be blowing
the last few years.
but
Honestly, last few years, besides last year, was coaching. Brandon Staley fucking going for every 4th down like a dumbass. Not know what the fuck he was doing. He cost them a couple games. They had leads on in the Chiefs in the 4th quarter. I think they get it done.
I ain't gonna lie. I think that shit is amazing. That man Justin Herbert's out there with Brandon Staley as his head coach, and he has produced the top 10 offense. Hey man, but you know what? Hey, I guess, man. But hey, okay. What you got, Stitch?
Mike almost talked me into going with the Chargers, bro. I got to go Chiefs. Last time we seen them, it was god awful. I'm not gonna lie to you that.
Which team?
No, the Chiefs. Last time we seen the Chiefs.
To be honest.
That's a fact. But I think the Chiefs also have to get off to a hot start. So Rasheed Rice ain't there, and if you're gonna try to compete again for that number 1 seed for the 1,000th year in a row, then yeah, I think they have. I think they know they got to come out and do what they supposed to do, especially with a division win.
Yeah, I got the Chiefs winning this one. I think it will be a close game, though. I think it will be competitive. Because like what Mike said, the Chargers always make it competitive with them. But I think it's just going to come down to Mahomes getting in the field goal range or, getting over that little hump that they, like how Steve just alluded to, that they ran into last season. That shit was like a mountain at this point. But I think they got a point to prove. So I think they're gonna get it done.
Hey, fuck it. I'm going back to back. I'm calling 2 blowouts, bro. Thursday and Friday. I call 17-point win over the Chargers, bro.
Let's kind of. I want us to kind of speed run this last one. I mean, not last one, but these last couple games because I want them to do this last segment too. So next game we got Tampa Bay going to the Falcons. Who y'all got?
Bucks.
Baker.
Bucks
You said
double
Baker?
digits.
Yeah, he said Baker. Everybody said Bucks.
Yeah, I got the Bucks. Next game we got the Steelers and the Jets. They're
Steelers.
going to the New York.
Jets.
Hmm.
Taking Jets.
This nigga is literally a Steelers hater, bro. That's for
I
sure.
literally don't hate nothing about the Steelers except yo ass. That's it. Everything else I like.
I'm going Steelers, bro.
Yeah, I like the Steelers too, man. I like the Steelers. Next game we got the Dolphins and the Colts. Daniel Jones starting first
Colts.
game of the year.
Dolphins.
Colts.
I feel like y'all score enough points to beat them.
That's crazy.
It'll
Like,
be,
y'all
it'll be
get the
28.
Colts
It'll be
beating
28
us?
to 10.
That's crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
It'll be
But the
28
Dolphins,
to 10. Daniel Jones.
the Dolphins
will score.
putting
Jonathan
belts to
Taylor
fucking
might.
ass. Y'all need to stop. I ain't gonna lie.
I said
Colts-
20.
Daniel Jones always play good against the Colts.
Hey, listen, we gonna see. Next game we got Panthers and the Jaguars. Who y'all got?
The
They got
Jaguars.
Jacksonville.
Jaguar.
Panthers.
I'm going Jags.
I ain't gonna lie. I like the Panthers in this one. I'm not gonna hold you. I gotta see it from Trevor Lawrence, bro. I've been tired of this sun god.
Y'all
prodigy
gonna respect
bullshit.
Bryce Young's crippin', bro.
We gonna
Y'all gonna
see.
respect his crippin'.
Yeah, when he show us something to respect consistently.
He literally, I mean, you must not have watched fucking.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, man.
back
I
and played
think
with.
with
You-
Terry
bro, I know you're a
McMillan,
casual, bro.
I
So
think
I'm
with
not
got
Xavier
big,
getting them boys, I
Came
think
back
they're
and
gonna be
played
better.
well. That's not casual. We saw it happen. Next pick.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. He was ass for like the first 2 years.
Thank you. Next pick.
But them last 4-5 games, he picked it up. But Giants at the Commanders. Who we got?
Commander.
I'm not gonna lie. I like the Giants, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh shit!
Nah, Commanders, bro.
I like that. I like the little upset pick.
Commanders.
Who you say, Mike?
The Commander. That's not even.
I don't think the Commanders can afford to get that up.
Yeah, they can. I think
Giants
the
not
Commanders
gonna
win
score
this.
enough.
But I will say this though. I think the Giants defense is gonna be damn good. I
Yes.
think it'll be damn.
Bro,
good.
I think that defensive line is gonna get after.
They got a good secondary. I think a lot of people not realizing they secondary good. You
No,
got
it is.
Debo.
It is.
You got Debo back there. They got the rookie they drafted last season, played solid. They went and got Javon Holland. They got
They got
a
a solid secondary, but I just think the defensive line. I think it being the first game. Yeah, I mean, I think it's gonna be a lot on that Commanders offense. Me personally, that's just how I see it.
They
All
don't
right,
score
next
enough
game.
points to beat them.
Next game we got the Cardinals going to the Saints.
Jesus Christ. We have to pick this shit? Can we skip this?
I ain't gonna lie, the Saints really
give me
might
the
not win.
Cardinals.
The-
Give me
the
the
Saints
Cardinals
really
just
might not win
because.
the game.
Yeah, I was just about to
Cardinals,
say I
bro.
don't think the Saints is gonna win the game this year.
The fans are really the ones who take the L for this game, bro.
I'll take the Cardinals. Hopefully,
Hey, that's such a shitty thing to say,
it's the
bro.
truth though.
It's
Hopefully,
honest.
I know it
Kyler
is.
Murray. Hopefully, Kyler remember he got Marvin Harrison Jr. and actually throwing the ball instead of saying it's not his job to get him the ball.
Hey man, hey, wait, not too much with Kyler, not too much. But
You can have that Warlock.
Fuck it out, your Saints, bro. Shit,
not too much. But next game, the Bengals going to Cleveland.
Bengals.
Browns.
Okay.
After all that shit that they dealt with in the offseason, bro, I just and the Bengals always get off to a slow start. Fuck it, bro. I'm going out on a limb. Take Browns, bro.
Yeah, Joe Burrow never plays in the preseason either. Though. He's usually hurt.
He played this year.
played
to be
this
fair.
preseason.
He
Yeah,
played
this
Eagles
year.
have 300
That's what
yards
I'm
and 3
saying.
touchdowns, and they'll still lose, bro.
Well, he was healthy this year to play in the preseason, so that helps also.
We go see. I'd like the Bengals though. I just can't see.
I like the Bengals. I like the Bengals by 20.
But the Raiders at the Patriots. Who y'all got?
Patriots. Holy shit. Patriots about to do them boys dirty, bro.
No, we were talking. I'm gonna go Raiders. I don't know what healthy receivers the Patriots got right now. Like right
Stephon
now,
Diggs.
Diggs.
he's not healthy yet. Is he?
Yes, he is, nigga.
He's healthy enough.
Nigga,
but he's
ask
not
the
fully.
question. Shut up.
Hey, I'm going.
Do your own research, nigga.
If you do some quiet search, nigga, we can talk.
Hey man, next game, man. We got the Niners going to Seattle, bro.
We
Seattle.
smacking them boys.
Seattle.
Nope. DTA.
I already knew he was gonna pick
We not,
Seattle.
we whoop them in Seattle all the time. We
Bro,
worried
Seattle,
about
bro.
it.
What's
Give me
Seattle,
Seattle, bro. Give me Sam Darnold,
Sam Darnold, bro.
MVP,
Sam
4
Darnold.
TDs. 4 TDs out there.
28-7. The defense is back. Robert
Yeah,
Saleh's back.
you're crazy.
Get right.
I don't know about all that, but I do got the Niners.
All right,
I do got
you
the
don't know.
Hey.
You're gonna find out. Get
I'm
right.
calling blowout for this one too.
Which way?
That's
49ers. 49ers.
That's crazy. I don't know about no blowout,
solid
bro.
brother right there.
The Seahawks got a good defense, bro.
Nah, bro.
Ain't
The
good
Seahawks,
enough.
I don't think the Seahawks have ever been bad, bro. They haven't had a bad season, man. I don't think they've ever been bad in my
Just
lifetime.
me.
Bro.
All right, next game we got Tennessee going to Denver.
Denver. Oh, that's definitely a blowout.
This definitely built the ass. I ain't gonna lie. This is definitely
35.
Bro, Denver is shit. I wouldn't even go to that. If I was a ticket holder, I wouldn't go to that game.
First game of Cam Ward career, he gotta go to Mile High against that defense. Hey, good fucking luck, my brother.
Zach Greenlaw, he fungal.
Get it out the way early, bro. Fuck it.
He might die week 1.
Hey, next game we got this actually probably the best game of the week. Detroit going to Green Bay.
No. Boy, the best game. Hell
It
no.
ain't cold yet.
Detroit's about to bust them niggas' ass, bro. Are you serious?
I don't know about all that. I don't know about all that.
Bro, no, bro. No.
You think Detroit about to blow them out at Green Bay?
Detroit in the close game.
Hell
no. I'm going Lions in the blowout with this whole too.
Bro, do y'all not remember what the Lions was doing last year with an unhealthy defense?
No, facts. And not only that, they beat them twice.
Yeah, their quarterback is still Jared Goff. I'm sorry.
Bro, they don't have to throw the ball. Do you not know who they got in the backfield, bro?
I don't believe
they got the best backfield tandem in the league.
They do.
They got a top 5 running back in that tandem.
Bro. Their quarterback is still Jared Goff.
Hey, I'm gonna do you one better. Another reason why I'm calling blowout is because it's gonna be a big deal because MICAH Parsons went over there and he's on the defense and they just look god awful, right? So, yeah, I'm going Lions in the blowout, bro.
Bro, the Lions is putting up 35. So how much you think the
28-24 Lions win that game?
I got the Packers. I'm not gonna lie. With the same.
See, bro, you're too much of a LaFleur fan, bro.
I'm not. It's not about LaFleur. I just think they win week 1. I just think they're gonna win. But let's go to Houston, man. Houston going to LA, bro. Who y'all got?
Houston.
The Rams?
Yeah, Rams. Yeah.
Oh, the Rams is abusing them boys. Let's go. Every game's a blowout.
I'm taking CJ.
Yeah, that's
everybody on offense back healthy for the Texans, bro.
Yeah.
Tank Dell not. That's it. Tank Dell and Mixon are not playing.
Rams.
I don't think Joe Mixon playing either.
That's what I said.
No,
Tank
he's
Dell
not.
and Mixon are not playing.
Bro, they got Nico Collins in Stroud.
They got Collins.
Bro, come on, bro. Don't even talk about Nick Chubb, bro. They literally.
I'm just saying that's who's starting, Nick Chubb. That's what I'm saying.
What you mean don't talk about him?
They don't even got a quality left.
He's done, bro. Nick Chubb is done.
You think so?
Yes.
I guess we'll find out.
He's done.
Yeah,
and it's sad to say because Nick Chubb was really on that trajectory to be one of them ones for real.
I mean, I think he came into the league with no ACLs and still did what he did. So is he really done?
Yes,
he's done, bro. He's done, bro. You just haven't watched him since he's done.
It's over.
Okay, we'll find out. That's all.
Okay.
But next game we got the Ravens going to Buffalo. Who y'all got?
Buffalo.
Baltimore in a blowout.
Yeah, I like Baltimore.
I think this is ugly. I think this is a travesty, fam.
Buffalo. Lamar gonna be pressing, trying to make up for that playoff shit.
Oh my god, bro! Lamar is never stressed about that shit come regular season, bro.
Okay. Regular season Lamar is different, dog.
Okay. Again,
I got the Ravens taking this one. I don't know about ugly, but I think they win. But
who do the Bills got on defense?
I'm kind of 4 or 5, Mike, but this one in the Dallas game, bro, I'm confident about. I don't think them shit's gonna be close.
Who's in the Bills secondary?
You. Who's in the Bills secondary?
Thank you.
You. I ain't gonna lie, bro. They got rid of a lot of talent in a 3-year span. And
bro, they paid DeMar Hamlin, bro, to be the starting safety, bro. Can we just talk about that? Respectfully, all respect to the Pittsburgh native, bro. All respect, bro. But hey, come on.
Listen, man. I think they're a well-coached team, bro. I'm not saying they're gonna win. I just don't think they're gonna get.
Who's leading these comments? Do y'all know this person, bro?
Nah, I don't know.
I just.
That's Will, homie, low key from Pittsburgh.
I don't even know who that is.
Regardless of what happens, I just want you to show up end of season, bro. Whether y'all win or lose, just be here. That's
Chargers with the upset. I think the game it's in Brazil. Who the fuck is this
I don't
Hippocon?
know who this is, but I appreciate the comments though, bro. He been
No,
coming
real talk.
through.
I want you to come back regardless of
Yeah,
what
he been in here though. Respect to him.
Nah, facts. Yeah, bro.
Last game we got Minnesota going to Chicago. Who y'all got?
Minnesota.
Chicago.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Chicago, bro. This should be a win for Minnesota. I'm gonna go. You know what? Now I want the Bears confidently. Bears.
I like Minnesota.
I like Minnesota too. I just think I
don't know what
gotta
you're
see
gonna do
how it goes from Ben Johnson.
Why are there so many division games week 1? I ain't never seen this many division games.
That's how it really should be, to be honest.
It should be starting and finish the season.
Like that? Like,
it should be starting to finish the season.
It's like
I agree, bro. It just add fire to the week, bro. Like I'm not gonna like random matchups the first week is all right, but a division game week
game
1
and a half back, bro. Too. It don't be just like you already know that you in a double loss because you fighting within your division here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that really kicked the season.
I think that is a lot of they. Of course, it's intentional, and I think it is for views as well. Yeah. Divisional games is the most viewed. But
yeah,
let's go off into the new segment that I want to do, man. So it's called "How Good Would This Player Be Today?" And the player we got is Arian Foster. So first level, man, we got Rashawn Johnson. Y'all think he better than him?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that is.
I say, dog, because I'm like, hold on, what did I miss?
Yeah, right. He plays for the Bears, bro.
The backup? Yeah, better than
yes, the backup. Yeah.
Come on, dog.
Yeah. Okay. That was unfair. Like,
no, I was like,
all right, it's different levels, bro.
Okay.
Right,
so, yeah, I'm going better. I'm going better.
Level 2, we got Chase Brown.
Yes.
Yeah, he's better than Chase Brown. But Chase Brown's good, bro. I think he's better than people give him credit for, but I do think he's better than Chase Brown.
I'll say edge.
All right, level 3, we got Brian Robinson.
Yes. Oh yeah, he's better than Brian Robinson.
I was never high on Arian Foster, bro. So I never was. I'm okay with saying Brian Robinson is better, bro.
That's insanity, bro.
Dang, that's tough. I ain't gonna lie.
Bro, I was never a fan of Arian Foster.
I'm not a fan of him either, but like when I watched them play, like Brian, come on, bro. Brian Robinson, bro. Are we serious right now?
What you got, Mike? You the tiebreaker.
It's Arian Foster, right? Brian Robinson, a backup, bro. What the fuck are we talking about?
All right, man. Level 4, we got Jahmyr Gibbs.
Facts.
Clear.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
I'm sorry, bro. Clear.
I'm gonna choose anybody that's not Arian probably from here on out, dog. Because if I say Brian Robinson is better, then it's not looking good for your boy.
Yeah. But Jahmyr Gibbs, bro, come on, bro. There's just a clear difference in talent there, and that's no slight to Foster, bro. But come on.
Yeah. Okay.
You agree, Mike?
Sure. Yeah. Why not? I just feel like honestly, the only difference is Jahmyr Gibbs is faster, in my opinion, based off watching both of them play. So
he's better in the open field, bro.
I mean, they both got breakaway.
He's better at contact point too.
Clearly faster for sure. So
yeah, clearly faster, sharper cuts, better at contact point.
All right. I mean, hey, so I guess he stops at level 4, but just for shits and giggles, level 5 was Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, come on, bro. Like,
we know he not Saquon for sure. Yeah, he wouldn't be better.
Hey, maybe if he was with the Giants, you would have had somebody disagree, dog. But after the season he just put up, there's no way in hell, dog.
Yeah, no
way in hell.
2K is 2K. That's it.
And hold on, Mike. Before we finish this out, you said no to Brian Robinson because he's a backup, but he will also be the backup to CMC if he went there.
You said he will also what?
Be the backup to CMC if Arian Foster went to the 49ers.
That's a fact.
If Arian Foster went to the 49ers, he would not. He would be third. Brian Robinson would be third.
You said what?
You said if Arian Foster went to the 49ers?
He would be the backup to CMC.
Yeah, but I just think it was better than CMC. The nigga, of course not.
But you said no to Brian Robinson because he was a backup.
Well, I'm saying he's literally the backup now. They didn't even want to keep him. Like, he's not a top 10 running back. He was never a top 10 in his time of starting. He started 3 years. We could say Arian Foster at some point during his time playing was a top 10 running back.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
So yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I feel like Foster was a product of that zone read at the time, bro. And there was other like running Zeke, right? He phenomenal athlete, but he definitely benefited from it too. You know what I'm saying? Type deal. But I never was hype on him. Yes, he put up phenomenal stats in like a 4 or 5 year span, but I was never hype on him, bro.
I feel like
that's crazy. Aaron Foster's really one of the ones.
He really got busy, bro.
Bro, there was a 5 year span for sure, bro. Like he was top of the charts in yards, touchdown, rushing touchdowns, all this shit for sure.
Catching, running, he was doing anything. Shit.
All right, so I got one more segment I ain't put into the script. I just want to do this one off the rip. So we got one got to go, but we're gonna make it a little bit more interesting, man. So we're gonna cut one, and we're gonna keep 3. You feel me? So cut 1, keep 3. These are all-time quarterbacks. Here's the list here. You got Brady, you got Breeze, Rodgers, Cam, Eli, Mahomes, Peyton, Ben Roethlisberger, Matt Ryan, and Russell Wilson. So who's the cut?
Brady and Mahomes is off top the 2 for sure. 2 out of the 3.
Okay.
You said Breeze
and then you got Peyton. That's it.
Yeah, you said Peyton. Yeah, that's it. Then shit, that's it right now.
I'd take Breeze over Peyton.
Yeah, you crazy as hell, boy.
Listen, I understand why you would say that, and I don't mind it, honestly.
Oh my
but
God, that's
either way, them other niggas cut. Them other 6 or 7 niggas is out of here. It ain't even close for them.
Nah, I'm not. Listen, hey man, if I got to be the one to do it, I'll be the one to do it. But
here you go.
I'm a Rodgers guy, so I mean,
you are.
Oh my God, I forgot you even said Aaron Rodgers.
Listen,
I didn't hear it. I didn't hear Rodgers. You said it. I'm confident you said it because you read from a list.
He said it. It came.
Oh yeah, I'll take Rodgers over Peyton.
I'm taking Rodgers over Peyton.
Hey, Rodgers sit in that spot in that show.
When you got to Cam,
yeah, that's what he said. I heard Cam, and then I heard Russ.
I heard Eli. Eli was before Cam.
I heard Cam, Eli, Russ, and I was like, yeah, nah, hell no.
It was all right. So who's the cut then? Who y'all cutting?
Eli, the worst motherfucker on the list.
I believe so. Yeah. I don't care.
Cam was a better player. Russ was a better player. Who else was it? Breeze definitely a better player. Peyton 100% better. Yeah, you
had Big Ben, you had Mahomes.
Yeah, I'm not taking a nigga over Big Ben either. Fuck out.
I'm still cutting.
Nigga led the league in picks twice. 29 interceptions throwing that. It's your trash ass out of it. All right, go ahead.
Don't he got like one more TD in his career than interceptions?
And he got away with that even in his last game played. Nigga threw 3 to the defense. They only caught 1.
I think he literally has a 500 record, like same amount of wins, losses with 1 tie as well. So
yes, and then got 1 more pick or 1 more touchdown and pick. He's so ass, bro.
Bro is a definition of a mid.
He is. I think he is the as far as championships, the most decorated quarterback in NFL.
What's his last name?
Mediocre.
I can't agree with that. I think that's Terry Bradshaw.
Terry Bradshaw.
I won't disagree, right? But in fairness, that was also 35, 40 years before Eli got into the league. You know what I'm saying? Like I exaggerate slightly.
Yeah.
If Eli named anything other than man, we would never bring.
I think some people accept that Eli is bad. He just happened to beat Brady. Some people swear by Terry Bradshaw. They really do.
Oh yeah,
they really swear by Terry Bradshaw.
But for that time, Bradshaw was probably cool. But his
Terry Bradshaw was going to be out of the league until Franco Harris came.
If you just change Eli Manning last name to anything but Manning, we never even bring up them 2 Super Bowl championships. We don't even give a fuck. For real. We don't care.
No, you know what? To be honest, bro, if his name wasn't Manning, he probably get more time.
Because who he beat, they will still bring it up.
Yeah, that's it. Like we don't. That man is so bad, bro. Like golly.
Yeah,
you come from that family tree and you're the worst one.
Man. I seen people talking about they cutting Cam, they cutting Russ. I was like, do we not see Eli fucking Manning sitting right there? Like I'm like,
his name is Manning, bro. They breathed over.
If we being completely honest, it's another 2-time Super Bowl winner that I would have cut before Cam and Russ. Big Ben would have been gone.
I need you to chill, my boy.
Yeah, before Cam for sure. I'd have got rid of Ben before Cam.
Big Ben would have been gone, dog.
You cutting Ben before Cam?
Yes, very much so.
Yeah, I'd have got him out before.
Yeah, that's crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
Like all at their best.
Everybody at their apex.
Yeah, ain't gonna lie.
I mean,
no. Hey, so y'all taking Matt Ryan over Big Ben?
No.
No, I don't think
Bro,
so.
Matt
I
Ryan got to
don't
put up.
think I'm
Bro,
doing that, bro.
y'all
I
gotta
don't
think
I'm
though.
doing
These
that. I
niggas
don't think
played
I'm
in
doing
week
that.
as Matt Ryan and Cam played in a trash division, bro.
They
That
still went
division
to
was
Super Bowls.
competitive back then.
Right, but my point is, if they would not have made it in the AFC.
Nothing is the AFC North, no, but back then the NFC South was actually competitive. You had Breeze,
The
you
NFC
had
South
Not
Breeze,
was
Ryan,
defensively, not
and Cam.
the
defensively,
NFC South was
The
competitive.
Panthers' defense was really fucking good.
I'm
Some
not
of them Atlanta
sure.
defenses was
bro.
really
Like
fucking good.
2-3 years, bro. You're acting like they had a run, bro.
The
That
only,
nigga said what
the
they
only,
did,
the only bad team really in that division for a minute was maybe the Bucks, but they had solid years too.
Yeah, and that was it.
I mean, the Panthers had a good defense. We
Yes.
know that. The Saints had a good defense.
Saints did not have a good defense. That's
Yes,
why
they did. Yes,
why
they
Drew
did.
Brees
have a good
Drew
Yes,
defense.
they
Brees was
did.
going year after year after year shooting 30-point
No,
shootouts.
you're talking about later in his career. We're talking about these guys when Breeze was at his best, before the shoulder injuries
had
and
a
all that
top
other
10
shit. The Saints
defense,
had a good
bro.
defense.
Yes.
But
That's when Cam Jordan and the boys was in their prize. They had Jonathan Velma in them. Like they was
Darren
good.
Sharper and Harper. It was the
them
same.
niggas
Like,
had
they
defenses,
did have when the year they went to the Super Bowl for sure. That was probably the best defense Brees played with.
They had good defenses. Even
I mean,
in later on,
was it the best in the league? No, but was it good? Yeah.
what was the best defense that Matt Ryan ever played with? The
the
Super
one
Bowl
they
year.
went to the Super Bowl with? The one they went to the Super Bowl.
They weren't top 10 that year. I can
I was about
guarantee
to
it.
say, was that his best defense?
I know for sure they
There
were
was
top 10.
There was a top 10 scoring defense that year. I think that was the best.
No, they
defense.
wasn't.
I didn't say it was a top 10 defense total rank. There was a top 10 scoring defense. They were.
No,
he had weapons galore on offense though, for sure.
Oh, they had 2-hitter monsters.
Yeah, we talking about
Coleman.
The thing is, bro, I don't know if I'm taking Matt Ryan over Big Ben.
I ain't say that part, but
I think Matt Ryan is underrated though, because I do think he get disrespected sometimes.
Yeah, bro. In all their prime, Julius Peppers. How long has Cam Jordan been playing?
For like 15 years.
Like 15 years. It's been a long time for sure.
He wasn't there on them Super Bowl years though. On Brees Super Bowl year.
No, he got drafted like 2011.
In all of their primes, in that little small group of years, Julius Peppers was the only elite pass rusher in that division.
Oh no,
we have to look that up.
Who else did that? Who else?
We have to look it up, bro. I'm pretty sure there were other pass rushers in that division.
You can't name them. They wasn't that good.
Not the top of my fucking head, nigga. That don't mean they didn't exist, nigga. Because I can't just call them off the top of my head. Even still, all of the quarterbacks we're talking about, the four of them, whether it's Cam had the worst offense out of all the fucking quarterbacks we're talking about. Out of them four,
that's fair.
So his defense definitely was fucking good because they carried most of the time. Because they weren't scoring a ton of fucking points. They had games where they snapped, but they weren't scoring a ton of fucking points.
I ain't gonna lie, boy.
I'm still taking Big Ben over Matt Ryan. Obviously, we all agree on that. But I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm taking Big Ben over Matt Ryan.
NFC South actually was good.
I'm not upset with
like 6 years. Now they on the way back up a little bit.
Did we find out who those rushers were?
Oh, so wait, are you asking for big name rushers? Like, or are you just
I'm asking for guys that were like elite, borderline elite during those years.
What's the year time span you looking at? You want us to look at?
Whenever their Super Bowl runs were, bro. That's what the debate was. At
their
best.
So the year they went to the Super Bowl, they had a 13 sack guy, which was Will Smith. Nobody else cracked 6.
That was the Saints roster?
Yeah.
Okay, look up. So
I remember Will Smith now that you said his name.
And he was not elite by any means.
That's why I was asking.
So let's look up. How about the Falcons?
Julius Peppers wasn't even on that Panthers team when he went to the Super Bowl either. He was in Chicago.
You said the Falcons?
They had who? Jonathan Abraham, was he there?
I think he had.
I think so.
But I don't know if I call him elite.
But there's not that many.
I don't know,
players.
borderline elite.
There weren't that many elite pass rushers.
I think he was good.
Vic Beasley, he had 15.5 sacks that season. Nobody else cracked 5. Nobody else cracked 4.
Vic Beasley from Clemson. Vic Beasley did have that 1 year, boy, when he came from Clemson. Boy, I remember.
He lost his top
1 year.
I remember.
He lost his top.
He did have that 1 year.
All right. And I'm sure if y'all go look up the pass rushers Ben was facing, it's a completely different list, bro.
In the AFC North during that time, yeah, he was facing what?
We're
Suggs?
talking multiple time all first team all pros, bro.
No,
I
real shit.
understand that. Again, but that's not.
We're
That,
talking.
that,
We're
that
talking
doesn't
Ed.
make him a
We're
better
talking
player
Ed
than
Reed,
Cam
bro.
Newton.
Yeah, it don't make him a better player, bro. But
Bro, he played better. He played better defenses.
we're not disagreeing with you.
For
That
sure.
automatically
And
make
put
him
up
a better player.
put up relative stats to Cam, Matt Ryan, Drew Brees, bro, was thrown out of this world. Cool.
I think Cam is kind of a one-off, bro, because literally, yes, you're right. He played better defenses, but he also had a way better offense than Cam. Bro, his best weapon was Ted
It's
Ginn.
not like Ben was facing them niggas with balls.
And he was a number one offense with Ted Ginn being his number one receiver.
Listen, bro, I never.
And hold on, wait, Stiz. I'm gonna go a step further, Stiz. I think a lot of people be forgetting what Cam was for Carolina because the year before he came to Carolina, when they won 3 games, I believe.
I think it was
They were the bottom ranked EPA per play team in the league. He got there his rookie season, and he increased them to top 10 in the league. So it's like
he had a
I
record.
think we gotta look beyond just like who the competition is, but the impact on the team as well. Because it's like
impact on the
this is a
team.
team
Ben
with no
didn't lose a
talent.
game his rookie year.
And that's fine. I'm not saying that, but it still had a. They weren't a 3. The year before they wasn't a 3-win team. He made that team that much better.
I mean that's cool, bro. But you're talking about impact. I thought
That's a higher impact. That's what that means.
So you would say Ben over Cam, Will?
I mean,
everybody at the peak of their powers, everybody at their absolute best.
If everyone at their best, it's not a conversation. Cam Newton is better. It's not a conversation.
I mean,
Cam Newton was the best player in the league at his best. Ben Roethlisberger was never even the best quarterback in the league. Like it's not a conversation.
Cam was not the best.
Yes, the fuck he was. That year. What the? Yes, he was. That year? Yes, he was. Who was better than Cam Newton that year?
All right,
you won MVP, nobody.
I was about to say this don't solidify that he was the best, but he did win an MVP that year. So, but I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I think that Cam was the machine. Don't get me wrong, incredible fucking defense, right? We said that. I think he was the machine, whereas Big Ben performed very well within a machine. If that makes sense.
I mean, hey,
I get you, man.
Because if you just swap them out, right? Let's say you just swap them and you put Ben in Carolina and Cam in.
No, hey, we not. Hey, come on, dog. Because I ain't gonna hold you, bro. Pittsburgh wins 4 or 5 Super Bowls.
Yeah, like you get Cam, AB, Le'Veon.
Listen to me, bro. Pittsburgh has never really had to worry about a defense under the Ben Roethlisberger regime. It wasn't until his later years that y'all got, y'all kind of took a step down. But what they had over there on offense, and they was able to run the ball. We seen what Cam was able to do with a great run game that he was able to contribute to.
With fucking Jonathan Stewart.
I'm about to say he was in the run game. Jonathan Stewart at that point was
Jonathan Stewart and what?
Bro, I'm telling y'all, he would not have been doing that shit in the AFC North, bro.
He wouldn't have.
I don't believe that. I don't know. I can't know. I don't believe that. No.
I say that his career isn't as long for sure, bro. But I'm telling you, when they ran, they was gonna run. They was gonna go on a tear.
I think we can't say Cam wouldn't have done that, and Lamar does it. We can't say Cam wouldn't have been able to do it.
Bro, what? Lamar's way better than Cam ever was.
I'm talking about durability. You're saying
I'm not going that far. Lamar is clearly better.
I'm talking about durability.
Wait, we're talking about a Big Ben that had to face a Baltimore defense, not the other way around, right? So if Lamar had to face that Baltimore defense in the early 2000s, his career is not as long for sure.
But that's not Cam played in the 2010s. I'm talking about the 2010s.
I got you, but we have to take into account
durability. I'm not saying that Cam's not a
but we have to take into account the type of defense that he was seeing Big Ben was seeing twice a year, bro.
Yes.
And nobody's surviving that.
Right, bro. Y'all talking about Cam would have won all these Super Bowls, bro. No, he would not have, bro. He would have been getting broke up and injured, bro. They was whooping Ben's ass, but they broke his nose.
I say they go to 4.
Ben also refused to take his ass to the ground. You want to try to stand up and fight off 6 niggas.
And that's the same thing Cam would have done.
Big Ben was different though. He won a fight with a motorcycle accident, bro. So I just
You know what I mean? Like,
bro, it was different, man. Shit.
Yeah, and Cam's not half the passer that Ben is, respectfully under pressure, especially.
I would have loved to see him with some of them weapons, Big
I
Ben.
don't know, man.
I agree. Ben had better weapons. I'm not going
I'm
against
saying
that.
like I'll give you the better passer, but AB,
he is the better passer.
Hines
Honestly, I
and
think the
Plaxico
best-
Burris, and I just
The best
I,
receiver
you would
Cam
you would
ever
never
had was
see
West.
Cam. You would never see Cam make a pass like he made to Santonio Holmes. That's all I'm gonna say. You would never see Cam make that pass.
That's fine.
we're not gonna make it seem like Big Ben was regularly throwing them bitches like that.
Yeah,
But listen.
that was
I'm
wild.
not saying he was. Hold on. Ben has dimes. Okay, but
He
either way,
That's fine.
but either
Cam got
way,
him too, though. Like to way worse
right.
receivers.
But what I'm saying is, and this comes back to my point. When it all matters the most, Cam was not doing that.
So look at it.
He
like
wasn't
this,
doing that under the pressure.
Cam played
Not under the pressure.
Fine.
Did hey, hold on. I must
Right.
have forgot. But in the NFC Championship, didn't they beat the Cardinals by fucking 30? Like, did I forget that? I mean, that's
Bro, that's not
the
game on the
before
line, bro.
Super
What are you
Bowl,
talking
right?
about? Game on the line, Super Bowl.
I thought you were
Dang,
saying.
first of all, we gotta be honest. They walked into that game with the worst offensive line in the league and against Von Miller and DeMarcus Ware. And Von Miller had the best game I've ever fucking seen from a football player. It's like, what the fuck y'all wanted him to do?
It was bad. Bro.
Like, what y'all wanted him to do?
No, I ain't
He
gonna
got there, bro. I watched Cam. Listen, no bullshit. I remember
It
this
was
shit like
so
it was
bad,
yesterday.
bro.
I watched this nigga spin out of a fucking sack, throw the ball on the sideline to Ted again, a fucking dot, and he dropped that motherfucker. I'm like, man, he can't do shit.
I ain't gonna lie. Cam was fighting for his life.
And
Oh, he
Peyton
sure as hell was, bro.
ass.
He had a tremendous year, bro. He had a tremendous year.
Like, man, that nigga was out there. That nigga was out there playing against the best defense in NFL history, arguably, and his own team. Like, it was like, fuck it. Like, at that point,
It was 21 against 1. It was bad.
It's sad to say, bro. Mahomes
Who they had that left tackle? Cam Little, and they had the nigga off the blind side at the right tackle. What's his name? Michael Orr. Like, bro, what are we talking about, bro? That shit was ass. That shit was ass out there, man. Like,
I feel bad for Cam for real though. Think about it. Like,
listen, listen. I agree. I think a lot of niggas started to, you feel me, puff up what Cam actually was. He wasn't no top 10, top 15 quarterback all the time. He's not that.
Nah.
What I think a lot of people started running with the fumble jokes and shit, and him not diving on the ball.
Yeah, they
didn't realize that nigga really was out there fighting for his life for real. He really was for real. Like, he was. At that point, I think he just wanted the game to be over. I'm not gonna lie.
Nigga, I think the nigga whole brain was shut down for real when he saw that bitch. Like, oh god, I gotta go.
Nah,
I'm finna get lit up. Like, if I go for this, nigga's gonna kill me. What if I don't get it anyway? Like, I don't know. Yeah, it would have been nice if he had some weapons during his career.
That shit was ugly with Von Miller and DeMarcus Ware, though. They had the best games of their career that game. That shit was
because Peyton Manning was by then. Peyton neck body was done. He
was fucking dirt.
He was throwing ducks out there.
He was
ducks, super ducks.
Peyton literally was so bad it turned to Brock Osweiler.
The nigga, they got blown out by the Legion of Boom, and the nigga actually was rolling. They couldn't score at all. It was like 43-8 or some shit.
Was that the year? Was that the year after Peyton broke all of them? They put up the greatest offensive stats?
No, that was the same year. I want to say something. No AB. Ben went into the playoff game with them, and we only lost because they didn't call Peyton sliding down in the background. I mean, in the backfield.
Bro, I don't mean to make it seem like Ben was trash, but okay. So in fairness, bro,
I remember Ben losing to people in the playoffs.
I see what you're doing.
That's fine, bro. I'm not saying
we doing that. I also
quarterback versus quarterback.
I think this sums up Big Ben's career.
I know, I'll just be a funny angle.
In the last game that I seen him play in the playoffs, bro, he threw 5 picks and 5 touchdowns and had 500 yards.
No, he threw 3 picks.
3 picks, 5 touchdowns, and 500 yards.
Something like that. But to be fair,
I'm saying I think that sums up his career.
2 of those picks were not his fault.
Facts. But
I will say he did not. He definitely didn't play his best game.
The numbers definitely look better than what he played.
Yes, I agree. But and then also
looked real good.
Also, he took that historic Jags defense. He put up 40 on them in the playoffs.
Saxonville.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He put up 40 on them.
Yeah, Blake Bortles went to the NFC Championship. I remember.
Right, and what happened? Our defense let like 49 points versus them because we had nobody on defense. Literally nobody. That is the only playoff game of Ben's career where he played with Bell and Brown too.
Okay, my bad, bro. So he put up 4 TDs, 4 interceptions, and 500 yards.
Oh, okay.
On 69% completion, bro. Nobody else can pull that off, bro. Nobody else. I think that sums him up perfectly, dog.
Yeah,
I love to see his TD to interception rate of his career. I love to see that.
Hey man,
I think it's like 2-1 or like high 1-1, something like that.
But listen, man, we're gonna close it out there, man. Hey, appreciate y'all boys tuning in. Appreciate y'all boys coming on to the show again. Appreciate. I don't know how to say your name, my boy, so I'm just put the comment up. You feel me? But appreciate on fire. You feel me? Hey,
Higgins
come back mid-season or you whenever, my boy. Subscribe to the channel. Breeze came in talk about Jameis Winston for some reason. I don't know why, but
because he ignorant. That's why. Why else?
I think he was saying that about Ben.
Oh, oh shit! I ain't gonna lie. Ben Roethlisberger is a better version of Jameis Winston.
That's
not
crazy.
Gonna lie. That was a good. I ain't gonna lie. He
That's
really
crazy
is.
Work.
If y'all ain't doing so already, hit like,
At the end
subscribe
of
to the
his career,
channel. Go ahead and you feel me. Hit the bell notification to be notified when we go live. Remember, I'm across all platforms: Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch. And I'm about to start uploading back on the podcast on Apple and Spotify. So if y'all not doing so already, go ahead and start liking and following. Appreciate y'all for tuning in again. But anything else y'all want to add before we head out?
Steelers 2025 Super Bowl.
We don't want to. I told, hey, real talk going forward, bro. At the end of every episode, mute that nigga before you ask that question, bro. I'm so sick of hearing that shit, bro. Mute that nigga before you ask that question, bro. It's the 4th week in a row we done heard this shit, bro.
Every time I'm on here.
Hey man, listen, we back next week. We're gonna talk about the games. Well, the Thursday game at that point, and then we're gonna, run up on whichever specific game we're gonna do game of the week for. That's a new segment we got coming. So y'all stay tuned.
Ohio State finna beat the shit out of Texas too on Saturday. On God, let's get it.
Not too much on Texas, man. Y'all praise the shit out of Chicago for 2 hours.